Hey, kids. You're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast.
Prepare for the SML Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is the SML Podcast. I'm your host, Joe. Aki and Bri are here. How are you two doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing awesome.
You're just saying that because Jacob's not here.
Well, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But another part of it is I've been building a model kit and I'm enjoying it.
Normally I would ask, but I don't care this week. I'll be fair. Let's be honest. I don't care any week. Yeah, I don't care any week.
I was gonna
but
say,
we have a guest joining us.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bri. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, it's all good. Go ahead.
No, you go.
All right, fine. I was just going to say, I got to play some D&D yesterday, so that was cool.
Nice.
It was Indri's first time, so...
And what were you playing? An elf ranger, right?
I was playing a basic bitch elven ranger, yeah.
What did he end up choosing?
He played a gnomish druid.
Very nice. And did you enjoy playing as a ranger?
I mean, I always do. That's usually what I play.
Oh.
So, yes.
Fair enough then.
Very good. Our guest, Nathan Fouts, Mommy's Best Games is back. Nathan, what class do you play in D&D?
Oh, I play Centipede Head.
Very good.
Yeah, soldier, human merged with centipede. You know, that classic.
I was worried you were about to say I usually play as human centipede, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
No, I don't play as that. Yeah, that's my class, the centipede. I got that right.
Well, welcome back to the show. How are you doing? How's things going?
Oh, good, man. I'm doing great. I've actually been playing video games recently, so that's been fun.
Ooh.
Since I've been stressing about my own game for so long, and I don't know about you guys, but like when you create things, like I absorb a bunch of other content, and it's awesome, and all these other artists doing things, music, games, movies, whatever. But then when I'm making my own thing, I don't want to get too much of the content that is like my own thing.
Yeah.
When I'm making it, right? Like right at the moment that I'm making it, because then it looks like it's too derivative. So I end up avoiding the thing I like the most, which is kind of ironic. But now I've been soaking up a bunch of 2D platformers and all kinds of cool stuff since I launched ChainStaff. So yeah.
I find it so hard to listen to other podcasts, like even wrestling podcasts. Everyone knows I'm a big wrestling fan. I can't sit and listen to it and just listen to it. I need something else to do. And it's weird because I do a podcast where I talk for almost 2 hours straight sometimes. And I don't know. I'm doing this and I see my Discord going red. So hopefully it's not going too bad. Did I break up at all for you guys?
Nope. You were good.
Thank God. Yeah, I have a hard time listening to podcasts, especially this one. I hate the host.
So listen, I've never seen Indie Game the movie. Just can't do it.
No.
Like, it's cool. I can appreciate it. I understand it. Too close to home. Like, just can't do it. You know, so never done it. I know it's a big deal, but I just can't do it. So maybe, you know, if I'm a billionaire from indie games, then I'll do it. Then I'll listen to it. But it's like too much of a working indie thing, you know.
You're not a billionaire yet, but you do have a new game that recently came out. You've been on to chat about it before, but it's been out now for a little bit. ChainStaff, how's things going with that?
It's going awesome. Yeah, it came out April 8th. ChainStaff came out on everything, so we got really ambitious, and it's on Steam, Nintendo Switch 1, 2, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, I don't know about Xbox. It's out on the Xbox, but apparently everything is an Xbox nowadays. So who knows how the flip you play that? No, I'm kidding. It works on Xbox. Regular old, the good stuff. Play it on like a toaster that runs Xbox.
No, it's playing anywhere. Yeah. It's Xbox Series and PC as well.
That's right. It plays on Xbox Series and Xbox One, and it plays great. I'll tell you what, it even plays on the Switch One handheld, which totally sucks because it runs really slowly compared to all the other. Like if you compare it to PlayStation 5, it's kind of awful. But we got the dang game running pretty well, even on a Switch One. I would say impressively. It runs in the 40s for sure. It runs in the 60s for sure. Action can get down into the 40s, but it's not like it doesn't inhibit the gameplay. So I'm really proud of that. And that was some guys that work with me that helped really push the optimization on the game.
Very good. Yeah, that was an issue when you were last on. You were worried about how performance was going to be on that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's live. We get to play it. We get to test it. Okay, so this is cool. It's been out since April, and I did an update very recently for hard mode. So it shipped with easy and normal mode, and it's like, obviously you just have easy, normal, hard. But historically, I've always hand designed all the difficulty settings. So
it's like, not just like, let me up the number of bullets this enemy takes.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've done that for almost all my games. I think, if I think back, I hand cater the difficulty settings and design them. So in ChainStaff, for instance, in normal mode, there's more platforms. Like I place more platforms in levels where there should be, so that like as you play, it's just easier. Like you're just going to have more spots that you can just fall onto and to save you. And then, so I did that, and we were just getting close with easy and normal. We were getting close to launch, and I just didn't think I could, spend the time and the polish to get the game out, but also get it out with hard mode. So we held that back, and it took a couple weeks, and finally polished up hard mode and launched that for free. So I did a little free update there, and now it's complete.
Very awesome. For the people, real quick, for the people who aren't familiar with ChainStaff, what is the game? Give us the quick sales pitch.
Sure. ChainStaff is an action platformer where you play with a transforming grappling hook. So imagine it's like Bionic Commando. It's like a little bit Contra, and then a little bit Shadow of the Beast, which is to say pretty surreal, pretty freaky settings, and also just I saw a recent review of ChainStaff which had a really fun quote or fun phrasing. It said, "All bosses in ChainStaff are huge, but not all huge enemies are bosses." But that was pretty sweet, which is very true. So I've got a lot of one-off enemies that are just freaking crazy monsters that are cool. But basically, it's an action platformer. It's not a run and gun per se. It's a little bit slower than that. So you get a grappling hook, you can explore, but the grappling hook can also turn into all kinds of different things. And it's a lot simpler than it sounds. Like once you get the hold of the game and just start using the ChainStaff button, you can turn it to a spear, a shield, a bridge. It works. People are usually surprised, even in the reviews, that it works as smoothly as it does and isn't like a big clunky mess. So really proud of that.
So instead of run and gun, it's more like a mall walk and stab people.
Well, it's a mall walk and stab people until you start swinging, and then you can swing really fast if you want to.
You could throw shit too.
You
printed a life-size ChainStaff and brought it to conventions with you.
That's right, man. We
First
did
off,
MagFest.
why, and two, how?
That was awesome seeing you in person. I haven't seen you in person in a long time, so that was fun. MagFest.
That may have been was that the first time we met, or did we meet at MagFest prior? Because we've been chatting for years now, but I can't.
Maybe that's it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just the videos. So we've seen each other on video. But that was fun. Yeah, MagFest is in DC in January, and I love that show, the Music and Games Festival. Not MagaFest. That's a totally different show.
Man, that's so unfortunate.
I don't want to go to that one. Yeah, but MagFest is awesome, and we got a booth for ChainStaff. We had a nice backdrop, and it looked like the box art. So the box art is the main character holding up the giant bone spear, which is the ChainStaff. So I was like, oh, you should like be able to pose like the main character and hold up the ChainStaff. Well, shoot, man. It was like winter break before, January, before MagFest. So I was just like, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I started working on it in Thanksgiving, but I was like, let's do it. So I actually made that from scratch. That was not 3D printed. That was styrofoam and, hot glue and paint and red cellophane. Red cellophane being available during Christmas time for wrapping presents. But instead, I wrapped the ChainStaff in it to make it look like, gross, weird blood parts and skin and things. It was really nasty.
Very handy.
I'm like literally staring at the ChainStaff right now. It's just sitting in the other room, just propped up against the wall.
What are you going to do with that? Are you going to like save it for the Video Game Hall of Fame eventually?
Yeah, they do. Game preservation has made great strides recently, so maybe they'll induct it into one of the collections there. 7 foot long, only weighs 8 pounds. But it's pretty sizable.
I was so impressed with how light that thing was.
It terrifies people because it's really gross and weird and creepy and huge. And then you pick it up and you're just like, wow! And then they grab it. They're like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you can wield it with one hand. So that's the idea. So you look like the box art. You hold it up with one hand. So yeah, and so we got all kinds of people posed with it at the show. And I don't know, man. I like to do. I love physical media. I love print, boxes. One of my older games, Pig Eat Ball, Limited Run, actually made a PlayStation 5 version of that, so that was sweet. We have that in box form. For ChainStaff, yeah, so far, I mean, maybe we'll get it in physical, but like right now, I haven't. But I have the souvenir of this giant ChainStaff, so. Good times. We took it to the launch party. We had a local launch party with a bunch of developers showing up here in Kentucky. So that was really fun. People got to pose with it.
$2.99 and includes a 7 foot long ChainStaff.
So yeah, the default copy will be $35, and the collector's edition is $500. Yeah, it's $500, and you can get a ChainStaff.
You could probably convince Limited Run to do that. Because I'm guessing it wasn't too pricey to get together what you made, and if they were to like mass produce that on a scale,
that would be hilarious. Like, oh my god,
200.
Well, you do like maybe? What would you do? Yeah, like 100. You make 100, and you like mold them or something, and then just like it's 7 foot long. That would have to be like the biggest collector's edition game thing ever made. Don't you think?
It's
like you can't even fold it.
What was the one Saints Row one that was like, it was $1 million and it included like a car, it included like
it included a helicopter, and you got to go and meet the devs at like E3 or some shit, as well as go to some island retreat or some shit like that.
That's pretty incredible.
Because we know island retreats are perfect in this time.
That's incredible. Yeah, okay, I can't beat that, but it would be, yeah. What was that, the Fire Festival?
Oh, God. That was awful, too.
Yeah. No, that's cool about the helicopter. But anyway, so, I love physical media, and it would be sweet if we could do a print version of ChainStaff. I don't know, but it is out on everything right now, and it's getting really good reviews. So, okay, I'll tell you the big news for the game right now. We put out the hard mode. And so then the very next question I get is, well, how hard is the game? So here's the thing.
Okay, how hard is the game? They're asked.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's a demo on Steam. The next thing we're working on is a free demo on all consoles. That should be very soon. We should have that out in a week or two. We're very close to getting those approved. So that way, I understand, like, you know what I mean? Like when the game is like, oh, this game. So the marketing for ChainStaff says it's a brutal action platformer, which it's pretty hard. But this is like spicy level. Like how spicy is spicy? How hard is this game? So we're going to let you test it. We'll have the demo out, and everybody can see.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Didn't you sneak some cheats in here too? What's going on with the cheats?
That's a good question. I love the cheats. Don't you love cheat codes? Aren't those
I
fun?
love cheat codes. Everyone does.
I mean,
especially when you don't have to pay $2.99 for one.
What's a cheat code you got to pay for?
Like games that have like dev mode cheats and like infinite health cheats that you have to pay for. That's dumb.
That's dumb. No, we got that. So here's the thing. There's a cheat code system in ChainStaff. If you go into the options, you go to a cheat menu. It just brings up a text box. So if you're on the computer, obviously you can use the keyboard. If you're on, a console, I've done it on the Switch, and you can use the little touch screen, and it works pretty well.
Nice.
And then it works great. So you can type in cheats. So if you want to find out some cheats, to be honest, you can probably figure some out. If you played games before and know cheat codes, there's probably some cheat codes that'll just work. They're just phrases. So for instance, if you want to know other cheats, you can get on the Mommy's Best Games Discord. And so I've got a cheats channel on there. You can just jump on. So I'll tell you some wacky ones that I've shared in there. Not all of them, but I'll tell you some. Show enemy health. Show enemy health. Nice and simple. Like if you want to see enemy health bars, you just type it in. I think it's hideous, but like some people like to see it. You can do, this is not, we don't have an official boss rush mode because that's kind of like a lot of work. So I haven't done that yet. But what I do have is, quote, bosses return. So that's a cheat. So in the game in ChainStaff, the bosses are like Mega Man bosses. Once you beat them, you did it. They're gone.
Yeah.
And there's a story. Yeah, there's a story reason why the boss is gone. But if you want to fight it again, you can. So if you type in bosses return, you get a little cheat pop up, and you can just do that. So there's other ones. You can join the Mommy's Best Games Discord and look at the other cheats. But that's the phrasing of the bosses. Also, I'll tell you one more. I don't let you change the difficulty of the game mid-save. Some games let you do that. I'm not letting you do that. The point of that is, you
picked hard, man up and finish what you started.
Just man up and play it. If you want to play easy, just play easy. But the reason I did that is because the game is built like Mega Man X, so you can balance the game, which means, are you beating your head against the boss? You know what? The levels branch. You can find more upgrades. Go look around for a bit, get some upgrades, and come back to that boss that's kicking your butt. That's my idea behind it. If you really hate that, there's a cheat, and it's simply called change difficulty. Change difficulty, you type that in. And so that's my point is, there are cheats. You can probably find some on your own, but I'm slowly revealing them via the Discord as well. And shows like this. Thank you.
Does Justin Bailey put you in a swimsuit?
Dang it. You know what?
That'll be in the next update, won't it?
I've done some classic cheats, but I have not done that. Okay, updating the art is a pain in the ass, so I'm not going to do that. But I should do something. I don't know what Justin Bailey would do, but that would be really funny.
Can you I'll just superimpose bikinis on the bosses?
Yeah.
Just like a horrible bikini tops on a freaking fire-spewing turtle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thought.
Or like sunglasses. Yeah. Just put sunglasses on everything.
That would be cool. Yeah. Cool mode.
There you go. Cool
mode. Yeah. Yeah. So I've been doing some free updates. I am working on some secret paid DLC that's going to be pretty sweet. Maybe in the next show I'll be able to, share what that is if I get it done in time. So yeah.
Is that looking for something this year? Something next year?
That's looking for this year. Yeah, that's looking for this year. I'm actually trying to get that done pretty soon. I don't want to commit to how soon, but yeah, pretty soon. Just because, I've had the players, they gobbled up the game. Like, it's a single player game. It's all handcrafted. So they've already played through it. They've already new game plused it like 4 times, and they're like, so what else? And we're like, my dudes, okay, I'm working on it. So I'm making some new stuff.
It took me years to make this. Give me time.
I know, right? All right. But no, I'm really glad they like it. So yeah, we got hard mode out there, and now we're going to do something new to go along with the game. But I put out several like free updates, and I'll keep doing that after the paid one as well. So yeah, it's going good. It's going good. I'm getting some good reviews, and the difficulty's been tricky. I was going to say that just real quick, the difficulty is interesting because I've had people in the reviews say it's too hard. I've had him say it's just right, and I've had him say it's too easy. So I think I did okay.
Yeah, if you cover all three bases, I mean, you can't say that you did any one.
Like sevens, eights, nines, tens. No, we didn't get a 10, but we got sevens, eights, and nines. So I feel good about the game. So anyway, sorry.
What are some of your favorite review quotes? Like, if you were to put the physical version together and you had to put a quote on the front of the box.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, probably my favorite one was from a site called Nintendo World Report, and they're like, you know, it's a fun game. It's really cool. Or not, it's a fun game. It's a difficult game, but they're just like, listen, it's just rad as hell. They're just like, stop what you're doing and go play it. It's just rad as hell. And I was like, that sounds awesome. So that would have to be on the box, you know, for sure. So they've also been liking the art a bunch, which is really happy to me, because I have, over the years, my art's so weird looking. I was really stressed about this one looking really good. So I'm glad you know, people, you know, kind of connected to it.
I love the designs of the monsters in the game. You have such wild imagination with your designs. What nightmares do they come from?
You know, I mean, they come from like nature. I just collect a bunch of nature photos as reference art. I like involuntarily just meditate on it. I just like look like, you know, like nature, and then I think about it, and then end up just trying to riff on it, sort of like, what could you do with the ChainStaff plus this sort of crab or this crawfish or this lizard, you know, that I've seen before. So, yeah, nature.
I feel like I'm hogging everything. Bri, Aki, either of you have any questions?
I'm brain dead, so no.
I don't know. I've just been kind of like listening along. You guys have been doing like a lot of awesome talking about a lot of awesome things.
I guess it helps that you've been on the show how many times now?
I've been on a bunch of your shows. Awesome, dude. Somebody might listen.
Someone might. We're still waiting. Man, one of these days. Waiting. More awesome years than listeners.
Love you guys. Yeah. It's a good show. So I like coming on. just chilling and jamming and talking, you know.
Drew Van Camp in chat saying, let's go, Nathan. More insane games are here.
Hey, Drew. Awesome. I love his stuff as well. I like the 80s vibe from a lot of his games there. Good stuff.
Good peoples. He's been on the show. We should get him back on. Drew, we got to get you back on.
Yeah, I think the other thing that, well, I was going to say the other thing that I was happy with the reviews is that the reviewers responded to ChainStaff doing something, like committing to something, rather than being like a people pleaser. They saw it as a unique vision, and it was like the reviews would frequently say it was just confident. Like this one on Impulse Gamer says, ChainStaff is the kind of game that sticks with you because of how confidently it commits to its ideas. Takes a single mechanic and builds an entire experience around it without losing focus or momentum. So that feels really good to me. You know what I mean? Like, rather than just looking like everything else, that was the hope. You know what I mean? It was just to make something interesting that people would like to play. It's just different than everything else, but still good. So yeah, I feel good about that.
If someone still hasn't played it, what would you say to them to convince them to try it?
I think that the thing that would be cool is like, did you like BioShock? Do you like moral choices in your game that impacts the gameplay as well? So there's story branches, there's different endings in ChainStaff, and surprisingly, you have to make strategic decisions for your upgrades based on being evil or good. It's not just a showpiece. It's not just an achievement to unlock. It feels pretty substantial. So I just haven't. If they respond to that, then they should check out the demo.
Very good. So what are you playing these days? What are you enjoying?
My ladies, my dudes, my everybody's, my days. I am playing a variety of games, and I'll just my super chill out, have a beer at the end of the day game. It's called AXYZ. I wish it was on consoles. It's only on Steam. I hate sitting at my computer more. But it's a puzzle game where you roll a marble around and just, oh my gosh, the new wave, the 80s vibes are so good. The, what do they call it? Like the Mac screensaver thing? Vaporware? Vaporware, that vibe? Vaporwave? That style, AXYZ, it's so good. Pretty dang hard.
This looks crazy. This looks tricky.
It's really,
hell.
Just go get it. If you hit it at all, it's just great. Here's what my kids are watching me play it, and what I tell them is, what's the trick is, it's not a physics game. It's not a marble game. It's just a puzzle game. So it looks like a ball. You are a ball, but it's just 100%. You only roll forward one block at a time, and you jump in a pre-programmed way. So you're actually jumping up forward a couple blocks. You're rolling a certain blocks. So it's just almost like a Rubik's cube, rotating a puzzle kind of thing. It's not like a Marble Madness where you're trying to control a physics object. The music, I think he just paid people for their pre-made music, and the music's excellent. I love the art, and just the puzzles are solid. It's really fun. That's my puzzle game. My Dark Souls game is an oldie called The Surge. The Surge. It's a PlayStation 4 game. I guess they made a sequel.
That's a good game.
Good. I'm only just getting down into it, and I love Dark Souls and all that stuff. And I really like how it maps slightly differently to Dark Souls. It's doing its own thing. It's Dark Souls, but robots and more. So I like it.
I'm not sure if you know this or not, but there are specific ways you can beat the bosses to get better weapons. You need to go look that up if you haven't, so you can get better weapons.
Thank you. I'm going to go look that up because I've only played it some. I've only played it a few hours. I just beat the big mech that you sort of, the first big mech, really big mech that you kind of fight with some cool blade arms. Yeah. And I just whiffed it. I just beat him. I didn't get anything from him. So I need to go do.
Every major boss, you can beat it one standard way, and you get an inferior, broken version of of one of their weapons. But if you beat them in a very specific way, and there's guides all over the place for each one of them, you get a really good version of it, and it is worth attempting a few times to try and get that better version, just so if you end up going to New Game Plus, you have some really awesome shit to level up and kick all the ass with.
Nice. Yeah, I I don't know, however many years ago when I first played Dark Souls, I played for at least an hour with a broken sword because I didn't know how to equip weapons. And I hated the game. Like, that was the thing. This is the difficulty discussion, right? But I know this is a mistake. Like, when you're just like, you hear the marketing and everyone's like, oh, Dark Souls is so hard. So I'm playing for an hour beating skeletons on the head with a broken sword. And it's like, this is insane. Every dude takes like 15 hits. I hate this game. Okay, fast forward, someone finally shows me how to actually equip things, and it's fun. So I did that for about 2 hours in the Surge. I didn't know. I just finally found my stuff. And then I was like, oh, crap, I've got several weapons I could have equipped. So I was beating normal dudes on the head like 10 times in a row with the default drill or something. Anyway, I'm enjoying the game more. It's getting fun.
Yeah, that would definitely make it more fun.
I'm not ripping it now. Like, being used to taking 10 hits on a guy, and now I can kill him in like 3 or 4 is like, it's a game changer. The other game I played, the other game I played and beat all the way through was Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound, the 2D.
I heard a lot of good about that one.
Yeah, kind of Metroid. I liked it. I think, I'll just go ahead and be a dick and just say it was safe. Like, I think it was a really fun game. I think it was a little tame, but that's what I like to do. I like to make really crazy games. So I think it was a solid 7. Like, I wish it was a little bit crazier, but it was a good game. Like, so if you like 2D, if you like Ninja Gaiden, easy buy. It was fun, and I appreciated that it wasn't like a 30-hour Metroidvania. Like it was whatever 8 to 10 hours or something. Very reasonable and fun. So I played that one and a couple others.
Games just get too long these days.
Yeah, I don't need a mega game that just goes on forever. So yeah, I've been just digging into my backlog of like some other 2D games. I just played the demo for a dinosaur Metroidvania, 2D dinosaur Metroidvania called Gnaw, Gnaw. Just popped up. I gave it a check. Needs a little polish, but also, demo just came out. So I think it looks good. I like the art. So I played it. It's pretty cool. I didn't finish the demo. I think I hope they touch it up a little bit, but it's promising. So I'm just excited.
Yeah, I like the look of this one too. You got a.
It looks cool. It looks cool.
A good eye for artwork.
For weird artwork. Yeah. So I just been having fun. Finally getting back into games. For fun's sake.
Well, we just had Summer Game Fest and State of Play and the Nintendo Direct and the Xbox Showcase. Is there anything coming out this year that you're excited about? Anything in the future?
Yeah, like I don't know if it's this year, but what was the new Ico Shadow of the Colossus's dude's game? When's that coming out? When's that come out? Is it this year or next?
I don't remember.
I couldn't remember the game. You know what's funny? It's got Gen in the name, and it kind of sounds like Gen AI, so it confuses me. But I think that I'm a simple person, but I think that looks really cool. I hope it's again, I like that we don't know. Okay, I'm looking right now, and it says coming soon. So I guess that makes sense. No date yet. That could be this year. Let's see. The Xbox page just says add to it. Yeah, there's no date on it as far as I can tell. So I'm excited for that one. And I can't remember what else. Maybe Wolverine. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the gore in Wolverine might be too much for me.
I was saying the same thing.
So guys, like I made a gory. I know. Listen. I just have to have my gore like a very specific 80s, 90s way where it's so cartoony it doesn't look real. And that's how I put it in ChainStaff, and it's dumb and silly. And they're like, that's like almost too much. But then they said they're going to let you control like a slider or something, right? I believe in Wolverine. I heard you're going to get a slider.
That's interesting.
Okay, maybe I'm starting a rumor, but let me check here. Wolverine gore slider. You heard it here first. I just made it up. No, I don't know. Oh, there you go. IGN says they'll let you turn off the gore. Okay. I don't want to turn off like censoring all the. I don't know. Anyway, I loved Spider-Man 1 and 2. I think Wolverine's pretty cool, so I'm excited for that one.
As a physical fan, what are your thoughts on Wolverine not getting any kind of collector's edition? Which Sony's done tons of great collector's editions, but on the flip side, Xbox, who has been distancing themselves from physical, they're bringing out collector's editions of Halo, Gears, and Fable.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, up is down, black is white. Like, what is going on? Like, for real, I don't own any Xbox collector's boxes, Xbox Series. You know what I mean? Like, because nothing makes anything. And I've got a bunch of PlayStation 5 games in box. And now a big game like this isn't getting one. And now you're telling me Xbox may, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like,
the Gears Z-Day statue is really nice, too. It's like 15 inches tall.
That's freaking cool. Yeah, and I think it's really cool that Xbox is committing to it, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Freaking Gears, you know what I mean, on Xbox. I think it's just a missed opportunity for Wolverine. I don't know. I can't imagine, but maybe they're waiting to see. I don't know why. You know what I mean? To see how it goes. Because I bought it.
You need a figure of Wolverine and a steelbook. What else do you need?
Right. Go.
Like that sells itself.
Do it. Yes,
it's fucking Wolverine. Exactly. What else do you need?
I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that. Other than, like consoles are weird right now, right?
The only thing I could think is maybe Marvel didn't want to sign off on a figure.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's
Maybe they
the
got other
only thing
plans.
I could think. They're like, no, you can't do it unless it's like $4.99 because we're greedy and we want money. And they're like, well, we'll just do game only.
That's a solid point. Is essentially licensing issues. That could make a lot of sense. Like, what if you had like a little bust of Wolverine and he had his fist up in the air, but then like he didn't have the claws. So like imagine his little fists are up in the air, but he's got holes. So you could put like French fries in there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, right? And like carrot.
Oh man, bugles.
Some bugles. I'm just telling you, this is like the Dune popcorn box. But we're selling it for games, and like Wolverine, you got all kinds of stuff. You can put little thingies in. You can put pencils in there. Like, it'd be pretty sweet. So I'm just giving them ideas. I just want them to do it. Just do it, guys. Nails? Yeah. It'd be fun. Pretzel sticks. Anyway, Insomniac, let's go. Marvel, come on. Wolverine figure. Little bust. He's like a little guy. He just sits, he's just, yeah.
I mean, if you can do a collector's edition with a 7-foot long ChainStaff, they could do a Wolverine collector's edition.
A given at this point. We're practically doing it.
Yeah. They're in production. You have one made, so clearly they're...
Yeah, I've got one made. I've proven it. Yeah, let's go limited run. Yeah.
How much would that fucker cost to ship? Oh my God.
Can you imagine the guy with the trailer showing up to your house? Yeah, it's like great.
A gigantic box and it weighs like 3 ounces. He's like, what is this an empty box? And he shakes it and it rattles. No, what is in here?
Well, it's packed with peanuts and it doesn't move, but it's just as light as the peanuts. Packing peanuts. Yeah.
Beautiful. Nathan, I know we've been chatting for a while. Is there anything that you wanted to chat about that we didn't bring up?
No, it's good times. I really appreciate you asking about the State of Play or whatever, the Summer Games Fest. That's good. I got some peeks at that. I didn't get to look. I got a little backlog of trailers to look at. Hey, new Cuphead something.
Yeah.
Like a retro Cuphead, but also a high def. I'm very excited to see what they're going to do there. Like, wow. Will it be the same style game? Will it be this boss rush? Will it be, who knows? I think it's really cool. But the retro one looked good too. Tell me, like, you guys, each of you, tell me a game you liked from Summer Games Fest. I'd love to hear.
Mine is like the worst answer, and I'm like, everyone's laughing at me for it, but I was so goddamn excited when they said Guitar Man is coming to PS2 Classics.
You got so loud when that was announced.
I did. I audibly yelped. I was like, oh, and it's coming this month, later this month, like next week. I
love how random that is, dude. I know, so random,
so
good.
Stupid. It's a PS2 game nobody knows, and I'm like, yes, it's the greatest thing ever.
Solid.
So I'm sure they have better answers.
Metro
I don't know.
2039.
Oh yeah.
Aki loves her Metro. What about the Plague Tale coming out in August?
Well, I also want a Plague Tale, but Metro is like one of my favorite series of all time. So
nice.
Bri, what about you?
I have no idea. I have completely blanked on everything that came out already.
Very good.
Clockwork Revolution, Valor Mortis. I can just keep going.
Clockwork Revolution looked really good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I heard about that one. I have not seen the trailer. Tell me the sentence. What is this? What is Clockwork Revolution? What is it?
Steampunk Bioshock.
There you go.
Ooh, wow.
With some timey-wimey bullshit thrown in just for fun.
Okay. Is it the same like general group of people like Ken Levine and all?
It's from In Exile. And it's first party Microsoft. It's actually they're claiming this one's going to be a console exclusive. So this one will only be on Series and PC.
I guess I'm still like pretty hyped for Fable, the Magician one that they showed on the
Magician's the Devil's Deal. Another Bioshock like.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is giving it away a bit, but I'm excited. During the Nintendo Direct that we'll be talking about soon, they announced Tales of Eternia is getting a remaster.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
That was Tales of Phantasia 2 on the PlayStation 1. They released it here as, and then it came out on PSP everywhere but America as Tales of Eternia.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping one of
excited
these
about that.
shows. I'm hoping one of these shows soon we hear more about Judas, because it's been a while since we've seen that. I hope that isn't just
I don't even
gone.
remember what that one is.
It was the new BioShock from the guy who made BioShock. It was the one where they were in space, and I haven't heard anything on it for like a year now, and I'm worried it's dead and gone.
Nice.
It could be. It very well could be, and that would make me very, very sad.
Well, I just thought of another really tiny indie game that I liked the look of. I'm not super into roguelikes, but I can play them. This game is called Into the Unwell. To the Unwell. And I tell you what, if you look at the trailer, give the trailer a listen. Because it's a very funny song. There's a song for the trailer, and they made it custom for the game, and I just thought it was really cool. The look of the game is nice too. It's got a rubber hose animation look to it, but the song is cool. I tell you what, ChainStaff has an awesome vocal song as well. So there's a great and the soundtrack's out. But I was just really impressed by this vocal song that they put to this indie game called Into the Unwell.
Well, I have that open for later. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I think both of y'all would really like that game, actually.
It looks good. I'm hoping it's cool.
It looks bonkers, so I will give it some attention after the show.
I'm a sucker for a vocal song written for a game. So another one is called Titanium Court, which is like a puzzle style game, but it got a series of really funny songs that the main developer actually made for the game. Kind of folk sounding songs, very silly, but I like it. I like when people make songs. Do you guys remember Bug Snacks?
Yes.
It was a really cute like pop song they made for that game. That was amazing too. So I like songs for games.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, did you enjoy the soundtrack for Metal Hellsinger?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. That's solid. Yeah.
Oh man, is that soundtrack good? The vocalists that they got involved in that game, so good.
Yeah, for real. I agree. Opposite sound, end of the soundtrack, but the spectrum.
Who was it? Cult of the Lamb put out a metal EP as well of like metal versions of songs from Cult of the Lamb.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Howard Jones from Killswitch is on that one.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh, but yeah, we've been chatting a while. We got news we got to take care of. Nathan, we're going to let you get going. I want to thank you so much for coming on, hanging out, chatting with us. It's always a pleasure having you on. We'll get you back on again as soon as we can. Where can people pick up ChainStaff? Give us all the info on where they could get that, where they could keep up to date with you, where they could get the soundtrack. Give us all the info.
Sure. Thanks for having me. It's a blast. Love you guys. You can go to chainstaffgame.com and you'll get links to the Discord and all the store pages. So you can find me on Blue Sky. I'm on the Discord for Mommy's Best Games. And yeah, look up ChainStaff on your favorite console. Maybe even the Dreamcast. I don't know.
Oh, is that a hint for future plans?
No. That's what's funny is that can really happen, and so I don't want to. I'm just pretending. No, but it's on everything else. So yeah,
like I could see that happening. I could see some guy being like, you know what, I'm going to make this fucking work on a
Dreamcast. No. But yeah, just find me on there, and you can check out the newsletter. Find me on the Discord, and let's talk games.
Very good, Nathan. Always a pleasure. Do you have any final words?
Have a great summer, guys.
You too.
Let's party. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Take care, Nathan.
Please.
Oh, that was a good time. I love having Nathan on. Good people. Tell me if I'm wrong. He reminds me so much of Grant.
A little bit.
Just his cadence, his voice, how he talks. He reminds me so much of Grant. So much that I had them on together once.
Oh, nice.
Why? Because they sound alike? Is there any other reason you had them on together? No.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Ball Squad happened. You had both of them on together? Yeah. Why? Because I asked them, and they just did it? Yeah. Why? But it happened. You know what else happened? News happened. Oh,
Okay.
I'm so bad at this. Actually, BX Latino Heat dropped a sub earlier, so thank you, Latino Heat. Wanted to give you a shout out quick. But yeah, there is news we got to take care of. We covered the State of Play. We covered Summer Game Fest. We covered the Xbox Showcase. There's a Nintendo Direct we got to talk about. Y'all ready?
Sure.
They started off with a new look at Rhythm Heaven Groove. This one comes out next month, July 2nd on the Switch 1. It has co-op games for up to 4 players and a rhythm RPG style mode and 80 new games included. So
Very nice.
rhythm fans will have to give that one some attention. I like that it's coming to Switch 1 as well. Some news for you, Aki. Onimusha, Way of the Sword is hitting Switch 2 September 25th, so pre-order today.
Nice.
You can
They
play it
should
on the
enjoy
go
that.
if you want. You know what else is hitting the Switch 2? Dragon's Dogma 2, Dark Arisen, hitting the Switch 2 October 9th.
I saw that one.
You want to know what else is hitting the Switch 2? Fucking Stellar Blade.
Wow.
So,
Everyone needs to
yeah.
get something out.
Announced at an Xbox show, bought by Sony, releasing on Switch 2. What? I don't get it. But yeah, Stellar Blade going to be hitting the Switch 2 later this year. Maybe we'll see another platform announcement in the future. That'd be nice. Orbitals, new game from Kepler. That's coming out in September on the 3rd. That will be a console exclusive, which is nifty for them. And then they showed off some more on Rayman Legends Retold, which is coming out in October.
Hype for that.
Indeed. August 4th, a game called Big Walk is coming, which I heard will also be a part of PS Plus next month.
That sounds
Or
familiar.
in August,
yeah,
not
that's
next
the
month.
it's the little people. They're like little round bodies. And
yeah,
yeah.
that game. Okay, yeah,
Like duck-looking
weird
things.
looking game. Yeah, very
It has
weird looking game.
crossplay. So,
Goodness.
new sim for cooking in the world of One Piece. One Piece Grand Gourmet will be releasing on the Switch 1 and 2 October 23rd.
Very nice.
Indeed.
I wonder
Pokemon
if you play as
Pokopia.
Sanji.
Ooh, what was that?
Said I wonder if you play as Sanji in it, or if you're just playing your own random ass character.
I don't know. Look it up. I don't follow One Piece, so I really don't know.
Oh, that's a shame.
Did you know that One Piece, is it World Traveler for Xbox One, has swimsuit DLC that's only available in Japan and Europe?
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, isn't it fun?
Ugh. But everyone needs to be in bikinis, and I mean everyone.
Yeah,
Luffy
I
in a
figured you would
bikini, I'm
enjoy
good.
that.
Yeah. Tis a shame. Tis a shame.
I think I got a code for that off of eBay and it worked for me. So I know I
Get
have
random.
the DLC.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. Pokemon Pokopia is getting a free update in August, and then they are also getting an expansion pass with new towns, new furniture, new friends. Part 1 is available in August, and parts 2 and 3 will be available later. You could get the pass today, and I believe it comes with some bonuses.
That's the Pokemon Snap style game, right?
The Pokemon Life Sim style thing.
Oh, is that the one where you're playing as the Pokemon, as the Ditto?
Yeah.
Okay. That looked fun. That
Yeah.
looked so cute.
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, 4 playable characters coming September 17th. So more Fire Emblem on the way.
Very nice.
Ninjala 2, The Uncharted Planet, will be a launch exclusive early next year. It will feature 4-player online and local co-op.
Cool.
Indeed. DK Challenge event coming to Nintendo Switch Online that allows you to unlock digital cards. It will only be available until September 1st. Why?
That's stupid.
It's a friggin' challenge event. Just let us play the challenges whenever we want. Like, what's the point of making it limited? DK Bonanza is getting Mario crossover content and costumes. Again, limited time content starts today. So you could jump into DK Bonanza and find question blocks and hit them for coins, I guess. Or bananas. Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivation. New game from Ponkel, the Vampire Survive devs, a new Vampire Survivor style game, hitting Switch 2 and other platforms in 26, so later this year.
Interesting.
Let's talk about more games coming to Switch. Lords of the Fallen 2 this fall.
Very nice.
Lies of P Complete Edition, digital August 6th, physical October 2nd.
Buy it for your children. Make them cry.
Yeah. Devil May Cry 5, Devil Hunter Edition, June 23rd. So this month.
Very nice.
This one's kind of a bummer. Muramasa Revenant Blades is hitting everything but Xbox early 27. That's the Vanillaware game. Vanillaware and Marvelous USA. I'm really bummed that one's skipping Xbox. Thought Marvelous would do it. Like, we're getting all these friggin' Harvest Moon and Rune Guardians or whatever. Like, why can't we get this? Whatever.
They don't
Xenoblade Chronicles 1 through 3 are each getting Switch 2 versions with new features. Xenoblade was available that day. Xenoblade 2, July 30th. Xenoblade 3, December 3rd. The first game will get a physical Switch 2 version July 30th. Xenoblade 2, October 1st. And Xenoblade 3, same day as digital, December 3rd.
Cool.
And then a Xenoblade Genesis is in development. So new Xenoblade on the way. I remember the days when Nintendo wouldn't release Xenoblade in America, and it took a mail-in campaign from fans across the country to get them to release that and like 2 other games.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think it was called Operation Rainfall or Project Rainfall, one of those. Was what the mail-in campaign was. And now Xenoblade is like one of their biggest RPG franchises.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe they should try it again with Earthbound. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort coming to the Switch 2 will be launching October 22nd. Pre-orders out today. Comes with 12 sports, including boxing, table tennis, archery, normal tennis, volleyball, bowling, which everybody loves. Bring back Wii Bowling is also good. Basketball, golf, thumb wrestling, skateboarding, jet ski power cruising, prop plane, and they will also have jump rope available.
Okay.
Yeah. Showed a new video for RuneScape Dragon Wilds, so more proof that's hitting everything. But something that will only be on the Switch this October 29th is Hello Kitty Party Land. If only Jacob were here.
Yeah.
Star Fox got a new trailer coming out later this month, a new demo today. So it is out now. Next thing was super exciting. Brand new Final Fantasy game coming in HD 2D. Not a remake, not a remaster. Brand new Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy Resonance. October 22nd. Confirmed for all platforms.
Yeah.
Very excited.
I'm looking that up because that interests
look that up
me.
later too. Yeah.
Carnage, fun fact, new Star Fox is from the same devs as Knockout City. Really? I did not hear that. That's cool as hell for them.
Yeah.
I wonder if my buddy Nate worked on that at all during his time there. I'll have to ask him. Piku Niku 2 gonna hit the Switch 2027.
Ooh.
That
Nice.
game's gonna exist. Dragon Quest Monsters, The Withered World coming this December. From Square Enix. Again, this one confirmed to all platforms.
Nice.
Which marks the first Dragon Quest Monsters hitting Xbox. Pretty cool. Duskblood's closed network test happening this summer for you FromSoft fans. Splatoon Raiders coming July 23rd. Got a new trailer. This one got a lot of attention. Deltarune Chapter 5 coming June 24th with a free update.
Nice. People really, really are into that game. So
Yeah, but I've never played it because it's not on our platform of choice. So, Metaphor ReFantasio hitting the Switch 2 November 12th.
hell yeah, great game. One of the few games of theirs I've ever actually managed to get into.
Minecraft is getting a native Switch 2 version later this year.
Surprising absolutely no one.
Yeah. And then it was time for the sizzle reel. Just a bunch of titles back to back to back. Atelier Caria, brand new Atelier game coming next year. That was confirmed for all platforms, so that's another one hitting Xbox. Space Marine 2 hitting the Switch 2 this holiday.
Cool.
Observer System Redux next week.
I don't know that one.
From Bloober Team.
Yeah.
One of their earlier games. Look it up. I can guarantee you've played it. DayZ is going to hit in 26. Metal Gear Solid 2 Collection, or Collection 2, August 27th with everything else. Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th Anniversary Edition launched that day, and we'll be talking about it in a few weeks with Pernell. I talked about this one earlier, but Tales of Eternia Remastered coming October 16th and confirmed for everything. SnowRunner hit that day. Fitness Boxing 3 July 16th. Everbloom in next spring. And Final Fantasy XIV will launch early access in August on the Switch 2.
Oh,
Nice.
Final Fantasy XIV will be playable everywhere.
yay.
I
Nice.
believe it requires a special subscription on the Switch, though. Like there's some special, I don't know. Like if you're already subscribed on another platform, you still have to subscribe over there. It's weird. I don't know the details. I should look up on that, but I don't care enough because I won't play it on the Switch too. I barely play it on freaking Xbox Series. I don't want to pay $15 a month again. Shrug. Kingdom Hearts Trilogy getting Switch 2 real releases. No more cloud shit. October 8th, the cloud versions have been discontinued. They will work for one more year and then they are dead for good. If you own the cloud versions, you will get a 50% discount on the real versions. So it's nice that they're doing some kind of discount at least. They could have said, fuck off completely, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So did people have to pay for the cloud version?
Yes, they're purchased games. Full price. Yep. Timed rentals. Kingdom Hearts 4 was revealed.
Yeah.
It is happening. It will be on all platforms at launch.
That is awesome.
But we don't know when launch is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think that is really something that matters.
It
Could
looked
be
weird
tomorrow,
being
it could be 10 years from now. They'll still buy it.
Yeah, we will. And then they finished up with one of the long rumored games. Not only is it coming, but it's coming this year. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake is happening. I got my Link's Awakening remake, so I'm good with whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct. I thought it was a okay show. Like there's some good stuff there, but a lot of it is ports.
Yeah.
Which I know we get excited for ports on Xbox all the time, but like these are ports of ports. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Good for Switch gamers to have the options though.
Yeah.
Having the option is always good. So make it available, people will buy it. Might not be a lot, but a couple will.
Yeah.
So let's talk Xbox. With the change in leadership, Asha has warned that there may be layoffs coming in large numbers in the near future as they reorganize the Xbox division.
That worries me.
I'm wondering if the PlayStation teams are getting let go.
Probably.
Because that kind of leads to the next bit of news. Xbox allegedly pulled a Halo trailer from the PlayStation State of Play. Which, first off, interesting that there would have been a Halo trailer at State of Play, but apparently it was a last-minute decision to pull it. It, quote, damaged the relationship between Xbox and PlayStation, apparently, which, you know, that was a nowhere near one-sided relationship that totally benefited everybody equally, right?
Totally. 100%, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can see it being true. Apparently, during the Xbox trailer, or the Xbox showcase, the Halo trailer said captured on PS5 Pro. I didn't notice that. I wasn't really looking for it. I didn't go back to check because I'm lazy. So I'll just run off hearsay, I guess.
Hey, if it works for the government, it can work for us.
This exclusivity thing is proving to be interesting. We went from just 4 games to literally everything to we're going back to exclusives to who knows? Like, what is Xbox doing?
I have no fucking clue. I wouldn't be shocked if we went everywhere but PlayStation just to give PlayStation the middle finger.
I don't maybe did that with Ori. I mean, Ori's still not on PlayStation, believe it or not.
Damn.
That's a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of all the games to not go to PlayStation, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Ori and the Whispering, or whatever. Will-o-the-Wisps.
That, yeah, totally.
I honestly think that this whole thing was Phil Spencer wanting to end the console wars and no one else wanting to play ball.
Yep.
I think Phil Spencer tried his best. He went all in. It backfired spectacularly because not all the game, like everyone talks about how Forza Horizon 5 sold 5 million on PlayStation. How good did something like, I don't know, Avowed sell?
I mean, to be fair, how well did that sell on the Xbox?
I don't know. What did South of Midnight do on PlayStation?
Did that
How many people know South of Midnight released on PlayStation?
I didn't, but I don't have one.
There you go.
Fair.
Like, the only real success story people talk about is Forza Horizon. And it's because PlayStation didn't have a Forza Horizon. Good. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Not in the same numbers, but it definitely did enough to show that it was worthwhile to do.
It pre-sold like a lot, like 1 million copies or something, like instantly. But
it's not the runaway that Forza Horizon has been. Because Forza Horizon is just a special beast. And a lot of people consider Forza Horizon 5 to be one of the weaker entries in the series. So when 6 launches, I'm sure it's going to do crazy numbers because 6 is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The talk is that they wanted to cancel some of the PlayStation titles, but because they were already announced, they couldn't, or it would be like way too much hassle than it would be worth.
Fair.
I think that's why stuff like Fable and Halo and State of Decay are showing up, or at least Fable. Like, I cannot for the life of me explain the decision to put Fable on PlayStation, except Phil Spencer being, I want to give everything to everyone.
Yeah, I really would like it.
Like, if
I would have liked if his idea worked out, but it
I
did
would
not,
too.
sadly.
But even from like a business perspective, how does that help your Xbox customer base to release it on the competing platform day of?
Well, it's not about helping the customer base. It's about helping the company make more
helping
money.
Your brand. How do you reinforce your brand by doing that? Fable is the one game I don't understand that they're doing this. Everything else I get. Well, Halo campaign, there's no multiplayer, but whatever. That's the big story. I don't get the decision to do Fable. Yeah, Trash Rando, why choose Xbox? We're going to find out why people are going to choose Xbox, if it's going to be stuff like Clockwork Revolution and Gears E-Day. The thing I've heard is that Gears Reloaded sold so poorly on PlayStation that they felt that this was a risk worth taking.
Damn.
I heard something like 80,000. I don't know if that's anywhere near true. That's a number I heard online in my travels. I'm shocked if it's that low. I don't see how it could be that low given what the game is and where it launched. Because how many people bought that just because that's Gears of War on PlayStation?
I would have thought a lot, but I don't know.
I bought the show because it was a PlayStation game on Xbox, and now I'm a fan of the series. Like, I bought the first one of, like, I need to be a part of this. This is the first PlayStation game available on a competing platform.
Fair enough.
And they didn't even want that. Anyway, they got a game catalog update for June, and there's some games coming there. They're also trying a new method as they are doing a staggered release this time, instead of releasing everything at once. But to make it more complicated, the staggered release is only in US, UK, and Japan. Somewhat. There's a couple games that are off on whatever. And then the rest of the world is getting everything on the 16th. Because let's make shit complicated. On the 10th, Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Nice. I've heard that was really good.
Yep, Sonic and Shadow, good stuff. On the 16th, Final Fantasy 16.
Very nice.
23rd, Life is Strange Double Exposure and Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Very good.
And then on the 30th, they're getting Black Desert, Farming Sim 25, and Blades of Fire.
Well, those are games.
I heard Blades of Fire was decent. Should try it someday. And then the PlayStation Plus Premium is only getting one game for the month, but it's goddamn Guitaru Man on the 16th, and I cannot wait. I am going to turn my PlayStation on and play it.
Fair enough.
I know, crazy. Last bit of news I have, Crimson Desert is now up to 6 million copies sold.
Damn, nice.
Yeah. Aki, any news?
Nope. I'm useless like always.
Bri, you got anything?
I don't really have news other than some article that someone sent in my Discord about Path of Exile 2 having like the highest kill count was a crab where like someone, put a 1 where there should be a 0, and apparently this crab is just like killing it up.
Oh god.
It has the highest player count. Yeah.
So just a little crab.
Yeah. It's
That
the
is so fucking fantastic.
third highest player kill count in Path of Exile 2.
That's exactly what we needed in life.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is there... What's... Why? How?
Here. I can post the article. Hold on. It was just a brief accident, and yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'll put that in general.
All right. Well, that is our news for the week. Should we dive into reviews?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right. Well, technically, we are starting with a preview, but how things are. Or do you want to start with the review or the preview?
Either one works. I don't really care. You know me. It's irrelevant.
You're not making this easy for me.
Nope.
Do the preview.
Okay, Onimusha, Way of the Sword demo, developed and published by Capcom. The demo is out now on Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Full game release is September 25th. Wield Oni armament attacks and experience the varied swordplay action on offer in this demo that will see you face off against the formidable boss Sasaki Ganryu. Aki, you have been talking about Onimusha, Way of the Sword, non-stop for it feels like months now. You finally got to play a demo. Oh, I'm trying to be nice. You finally got your hands on the demo. Tell us about it. What's going on in the demo, and what are your thoughts on it?
Okay, so in the demo, you've already gotten your Oni Gauntlet, which usually happens pretty early on in it, but usually after shit has started going down and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And you try to fight things and they don't die. And then eventually you get this item that allows you to actually kill these things. So you already have that in the demo. And you're basically playing through a section of a very straightforward section, basically a bunch of hallways into a building, interacting with some of the people in the building, and then heading out through yet another basically set of hallways to a boss. It is very straightforward linear path stuff. You get a few different types of enemies, if I remember correctly. You get the standard bandit samurai people. You also get a boss. The boss kind of really amused me. Because for people who aren't aware, the individual you're playing as in this game was a real-life person. And the person that you fight as the boss in this demo is an individual that was also a real-life person, and they fought in real life. And it's hilarious that you get to fight and murderize him. I did not like the characterization they gave him, but it is what it is. They have continued the game to allow you, obviously, to do lots of your original styled combat in it. Lock on like always, lots of sword fighting. You also get the ability to where you can do a quick parry and kill in one move, which is super awesome. And it is very gory in this. It is fantastic. Like, you'll do that and like you cut through enemies. It doesn't matter how much health they have. It just kills them. And a lot of the times he like knocks their sword around and then does one cut from head to nuts and splits them right in half. And it is fucking amazing. Holy shit, it's so good.
Cute.
Yeah, it's amazing. You find some hidden items you can find in here. I
can't wait for shoulder to nuts to be on the box quote.
It damn well should be. Oh man, the gore in this was amazing.
That's a good idea. I'm going to do that later. Okay, go ahead. You'll find out.
Okay. And you also get to see a new mechanic. At least I believe it's a new mechanic. It's been a while since I've played the third and fourth games. But you get to see like this dark energy that you absorb, and it allows you to see the past, and it's all like miserable shit because of course it is. It's the whole point. And you actually follow that when you're getting close to the boss to actually lead you to the boss fight. And that was really interesting because I don't think that had been in any of the prior ones. So that's pretty cool. Apparently you're going to unlock a bunch of other weapons, but in this I had a sword and I believe I got a spear. I didn't use it, but I believe I got one in the demo. And you're apparently going to get, I think, a few more weapons too, which is kind of standard for the series. So yeah, it looks beautiful. It is very pretty. I've very much enjoyed it.
All right. Well, it's still a demo, so you can't make any kind of decisions on it now.
I can.
Shut up. No, you can't. Not yet. You gotta wait. That's what reviews are for. Unless you don't want to do a review of the final game.
No, I do. Trust me. Oh, by God, trust me, I do. After playing this, I definitely do.
So, should people follow this, wishlist this, ignore this? What do you think people should do with Onimusha, Way of the Sword?
You should definitely wishlist it. But I've thought that about all of the games as they've released remakes, the originals. These are amazing games, and I think everyone should be keeping their eyes on these because they're just so fucking fun.
Very good. So fun. I think you've convinced me to try the demo. So, if I have room on my console for it. Oh my God, games are so huge anymore.
Yeah, it's only like an hour and a half-ish long, maybe. So it's not too long. You can manage.
Right. Give us a box quote for the game.
I love this game and I want more. Because I can't think of anything smart right now. Give me until later on.
Oh no, you're going to have all night. Next game, Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, developed, published, and graciously provided to us for this conversation by Capcom. Thank you, Capcom. Aki, say thank you.
Thank you.
Release March 13th, Series X and S, Switch 2, PS5, PC, $69.99. Waiting for a motorcycle to go by. The third entry in the Monster Hunter Stories RPG series is here. Twin Rathlos, Born in a Twist of Fate. Monster Hunter Stories is an RPG series set in the Monster Hunter world where you can become a rider, raising and bonding with your favorite monsters. Aki, finally got your hands on Monster Hunter Stories 3. What did you think of it?
Okay, I guess I should preface this with I've never played a Monster Hunter game before of any type. I've looked at the mainline series and didn't think it was for me. And saw this and I was like, oh, that looks cute. I'll try it. Might as well. And yeah, so this is my first
let's be honest,
foray.
Monster Hunters aren't for everyone, but an RPG could be a bit more approachable.
Exactly, and it was significantly more approachable for me. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And it looked cute. And yeah, so in this, you get to make your own character, male or female, in order to be either the prince or princess of this kingdom. And y'all are kind of sort of in the shit right now. There is an encroaching, crystallizing force that is slowly going on your borders. It kills all plant life. It infects animals and makes them go feral. It's some bad news. And you're a ranger, even though you're a prince or princess. It's a group that your mother created, and basically the job of rangers is to go out, study this stuff to hopefully figure out how to stop it, as well as to find rare monsties, they call them. They're just the various beasts that you kill in all the other Monster Hunter games. They're your friends in this one. And find rare ones that have been thought to be extinct and the like, and reintroduce them to the world so that you can populate the world with them once more, so they're no longer, endangered species. And one of the first actions the king does, for some reason, is your mom brings home a Rathalos egg, which is one of the big dragon ones that are pretty popular to the series. Popular enough that even I recognized it. So there's that. And that egg produced twins. So one of them was going to go to you, because of course, and they decided, let's kill the other one. It's a bad omen. Right in front of a woman who was like, yeah, no, I've created this entire group that takes these rare monsters and reintroduces them to the environment. So, yeah, things don't work out that way. Yeah, not exactly the king's smartest idea. So the queen takes that, and she's seen as this bad guy for, basically betraying the people by doing the thing that she was well known for doing. And then it time skips about 10 years in the future, and now you're a well-established ranger. Matter of fact, you're the captain of them, which probably isn't purely due to nepotism. Maybe, possibly, you seem competent enough, depending on how you play the character. I don't seem particularly competent, but I'm sure other people do. And yeah, you have a whole bunch of friends. You have a handful of monsters already with you, and you can go find eggs throughout various dens and collect more, which is fun. Combat in this game ends up being, you can see the monsters around, you can attack them, so you can get a preemptive strike, or they can sneak up on you on occasion. And then you're pulled into a fight with yourself, whatever one of your allies you have equipped, and one monstie for each of you. Your allies only have one monstie apiece. You have a bunch. I think you're able to carry 6 of them at any given time. So whichever one is equipped is the one that you end up fighting with. In other words, it should always be Rathalos, because Rathalos is amazing. And in this, it's all turn-based. However, there's also a paper, rock, scissors style to combat to this. There's an assault, a technical, and a speed type of attack, and both you and the enemy monster all has the ability to do it. Lots of the beasts that you have one, some of them two. As you get further in the game, you can edit this stuff and have as many different types as you want, but lots of them start off with like, oh, this creature, it only does assault type attacks, and therefore you choose a speed attack because that beats it, because that's the paper, rock, scissors element to the game. And so occasionally 2 creatures will attack each other at the same time, and then whoever wins that does the damage. And the loser just basically loses that entire turn. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I really like that mechanic. I've gotten to the point where creatures can actually change what they're throwing out, and that has really screwed me quite a bunch, because again, I am not competent. Hopefully everyone else will be. Yeah. And yeah, it's been a real enjoying. I've really enjoyed my time with this. The environments are absolutely gorgeous. I've entered basically the second major arc of the game. I don't know how many. I know there's going to be at least 3 major arcs to this game, probably 4. I'm in the second one right now because I've spent so long just in like the starting area just because it was really fun, honestly. Because you got side stories by interacting with your companions that you can do. You have side quests from interacting with just the random civilians occasionally. And then you have the main quest. So go do all the side stuff first, because why not? And then you knock out all the main story stuff like really quickly, because a bunch of it sadly is just cutscenes. So be prepared for that. If you're like, I don't really like cutscenes, you're going to do a lot of skipping of cutscenes, because you can skip them all right from the get-go.
It's a role-playing game. You should be there for the story.
You should, but I also know a lot of people just aren't. And I'd like to let them know that they're going to be able to skip stuff if that's what they want to do, because that means they're more likely to buy the game. So, yeah, I right now have a roster of entirely too many monsters, because eventually you get extra abilities, like you can choose their genetics even, which is weird. All the abilities that any of them have can eventually be switched between each other and handed off to each other, so you can go grab a whole bunch of monsties, switch out all the stuff you want to keep from them, and then reintroduce them to the general population, which is basically, hey, we're releasing you, goodbye. So you have room. Which is really funny. You take all the good stuff and you kick them out, basically. It's fantastic. It is so twisted, and I love it. And yeah, any questions?
Are you enjoying your time with Monster Hunter? Is this something that you could see yourself getting more into the series? Do you think it could convince you to try the mainline entries?
If they make more games like this has made me want to try the first 2 games, the first 2 stories games.
Well, good news. They're on Xbox. They weren't for the longest time, but they're on Xbox.
Very nice. This has made me want to try those. I don't think this has personally made me want to go to the mainline series, but that's because there's if you want really good gear in the mainline series, you have to grind. And I I used to have the patience for that when I was younger. I don't have that anymore. As I've gotten older, I've just been willing to do that less and less. And in this game, you don't really have to do that, which is really nice. Because once you get strong enough, you can go into a battle and just tell it auto finish, and it just immediately wins. As long as you're strong enough that you're going to easily beat this creature, and you've beaten it before, it'll let you just automatically win, and you get all the parts and stuff from breaking every part on the creature, which is nice. So you get lots of resources constantly from doing stuff like that, which is something you don't get in the main game, which is one of the reasons why I like this one so much.
All right, well, let's talk price on this bad boy. Clocks in at $69.99. What do you think of Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection?
I'm totally for it. This has been a really enjoyable game for me. I think if you want to give the Monster Hunter world a try, like if you think, oh, this stuff looks interesting, but I'm not sure if any of these are actually for me, I think this one is probably going to be the one that's going to be for you. It is really fun.
All right, very good. Any other final thoughts?
Nope.
Give us a box quote.
God damn it. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready. You have to give me more time.
Get used to it.
I'm bad at that. I'll have some by the time we're done.
No, give us a box quote.
No, I don't have one.
Quote. Give us a box quote.
God, no, that's inappropriate. Don't say that one. That's the bigger issue. I have to come up with something that isn't inappropriate. And my mind immediately goes to inappropriate stuff. So, I don't know.
Give us the inappropriate one.
No. It's no, definitely not. Because it is bad.
Oh, God. Find out later. Next game, The Seventh Guest Remake, developed by Vertigo Games and Exkee, published by Vertigo Games, released June 4th, Xbox Play Anywhere, PS5, PC, $19.99. 6 guests have been welcomed to a foreboding mansion, but something sinister is at play. The wealthy recluse and toymaker Henry Stauff lurks in the shadows, and a dark power hangs over the house, shrouded in mystery. Who is the 7th guest? What does Henry want with them? And who will live to tell the tale? Bri, you beat Jacob at knife point to get this review. Tell us about the 7th Guest Remake.
Yeah, I think I remember like poking you and prodding you about this like every week for weeks on end.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay,
I was really excited for this because 7th Guest is one of my favorite games of all time. So this is an old school spooky puzzle game made with modern sensibility and most importantly, 3D movement. This was originally built a couple years ago as a VR version and then ported to platforms as a flat screen remake. That said, it is new to me, or renew to me. I played the original CD-ROM game. Again, one of my favorite games of all time. And the game was a mixture of like point and click movement, puzzle solving, and full motion video scenes. And in the early 90s, that was ambitious.
That was mind blowing to see real people moving on a computer screen.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was some impressive stuff. And there are a lot of differences in the remake. When you start the original game, there's a lone violin that comes in, and there's an intro credit sequence and some lightning across Staff's house. And I didn't realize how much I would miss that intro in the remake. I posted a clip of the audio for it in the Adventures of Bri. This game was also really missing a big cinematic intro, if I'm being honest. I also missed 2 other key things. The skeletal hand moving across the spirit board when you start a game, and Staff screaming, "Come back!" when you exit the game.
Gee, I wonder why you missed that one.
I know. So that said, I found a lot to like in the remake. While it feels faithful to the spirit of Staff's Mansion, it is in so many ways a completely new game. You're not going to get a complete remake of old puzzles and plow through this. There's a lot to explore and uncover. There are collectibles in the form of scraps of paper and photographs and things that reward you for checking around every corner. There's a new spirit lantern that will give you clues and and jokes and things if you shine it in the right spots. And you can collect coins to give you hints using your spirit board. There's a whole new cast of actors in this version. I think they did a good job of capturing their characters, and the story is very much the same. Staff still gives quips when you're doing really poorly at a puzzle, which is super fun. He'll also, like, if you sit and wait too long, he'll say stupid things. We haven't got all day. But the story is that 6 people were invited to a mansion and promised that only one of them, would leave with their greatest desire if they played Staff's games. But there's one other who arrived, a boy, a 7th guest, and that is something we unfold as we go through the game. Staff was a toy maker who was disgraced after a bunch of children mysteriously got ill and died, supposedly because of his toys. We are a mysterious person finding Staff's mansion, like we're an amnesiac was what it was in the original story. We're known as ego or whatever, for lack of a better term. And we've found the mansion years later, after these key events have taken place with the original guests. So part of the story is being told by a narrator as we find notes. Part of the story is told with full motion video of the guests. And you can replay those scenes anytime you want by standing in the spot and using your lantern. So if you miss a clue or something, or you just want to rewatch a scene, you can do that, which I thought was cool. But yeah, the plot of the game happened in the 1930s or something. So now it's the present day. The house is in decay. There's ghostly remnants of the house and its guests, and we're armed with an interesting lantern and a head for solving puzzles. So we go through the house and the guests' rooms solving different puzzles on a theme. Like the puzzles in Mr. Temple's room are based around stage magic because he's a magician. And there's a good variety of puzzles. There's marble moving puzzles, coffin sliding, path making, clocks, scales, sliding puzzles. There's just a really good variety, and all of them themed.
Do the puzzles compare to the original game? Are they the same puzzles?
They
or
are not the same. No, they are new puzzles based around similar themes.
Gotcha.
To the original puzzle. Yeah. So you're not going to just walk in and see, Tristan my crypt or whatever. I forget the whole can puzzle in the kitchen is gone. You've got a different puzzle entirely in the kitchen. And the puzzles are fairly contained to one area. So there might be pieces for one puzzle as a reward for another, but only if it's in the same room. There's one small exception to that involving a staircase. But again, puzzles are on a theme. So if you go into the music room, you're going to find some music themed puzzles. Not that they're all music based, like you have to play music, but just that they're music themed puzzles. You do have to play a theremin to break some vases. In the actress's room, you'll find things based around jewelry and finery. And I went back to look. There's something like 25 puzzles in the original game. You're looking at a lot of new puzzles that pay homage to the originals. There's more puzzles in this than there was in the original. There are things to pick up and look at throughout the game. Not all of them are clues or puzzle pieces. A lot of them are. And I like that when you pick something up and drop it, it goes back to where it was. That was really handy. Because sometimes you drop things and they just go flying and you're like, oh crap, I needed that. Sometimes you can go at puzzles and come back to them later. Other times you're kind of bound to a linear path where you have to unlock some things before you can move on to others. And there is a point of no return in the game. It warns you, which is fine if you're looking for collectibles and things. And there was a boss fight at the end of this that was kind of time consuming and I enjoyed mostly. But from a pacing standpoint, it was a bit lengthy in comparison and it kind of took me out of the plot a little, especially with the RNG aspect. And RNG is a super scary word given this isn't that type of game. It wasn't that bad. It was just there's a decent amount of strategy to the thing. It's like playing I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
But it just, it's still a puzzle, but there's a little RNG to it, which was a little frustrating. And like I said, the length of time of that boss fight kind of just took me out of the point of what I was doing right there. That's really my biggest knock on the game. But yeah, being this was originally built as a VR version, some of the controls on the puzzles can be a little fiddly. And camera angles less than helpful. But if I hadn't been told it was built that way, I wouldn't have known. And graphically, it's beautiful. Good textures to characters, the house, the effect of your spirit lantern showing the old room under the decayed one is awesome. One of the differences between the original game and now is you have 3D volumetric performances from the actors instead of 2D full motion video, meaning you can walk around the ghostly characters while the video plays and see it from most angles.
Oh.
So when they filmed these actors, they filmed them in every angle. And yeah, it's really cool. Audio quality was great. The acting was pretty good. So the voice quality was, well done for that as well. The music's a little different than the original Fat Man soundtrack. This was done by Jonathan van der Wickengarden. I don't know, from the Netherlands. I don't know how to say that last name. It's still inspired by and has some of the original music. I liked what they did with it all in all. It's hard to balance the expectation of old and new in a remake. And I think despite my gripe at the beginning of the review, they did a really good job with that balance. And there is something about the original stuff actor that I liked better, but this actor did a good job. So yeah, I think if you've never played the original, there's a place for a new audience here as well, which is great. You don't have to have played the original game to enjoy this. If you are just someone who enjoys escape rooms, or if you like things like the Cyan Worlds games like Myst and Riven, you'll probably enjoy this. And even though I wouldn't call this horror, it's definitely for the lovers of ghost stories and puzzles. So yeah.
Oh, $20. What do you think of it?
Clearly, I like this one. I think the price is right for this remake. I'm absolutely thrilled they decided to port it to consoles. It's a buy it for me.
Sounds good. And our condolences to Maze Dude, who did not get the job on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. Next up, Pay to Win, everybody's favorite game mechanic. The World is Mine, developed by Patriot Division, published by 0%, released June 4th out of early access to 1.0 on Steam for $14.99. The combo-based incremental. Play crazy builds and pump those numbers. Find legendary items, cast wacky magical spells, and unlock hundreds of upgrades. Decide the fate of your studio and go infinite. Aki, what is Pay to Win? The World is Mine.
Okay, so this is an idle clicker game. You start as just some random person who gets put in charge of this video game company. You are a brand new manager, you don't speak, and your two assistants are May and Anne. May is a brand new person who's been working for this company that basically bought out this video game company for a while. And Anne is one of the original people that worked at this video game company before it was bought up. And they are both very different people. You start off with a computer that gets you a little bit of money very slowly, and then you can click on it, which can get you more money. You're also using that money to open this giant grid, which is the office space, more or less. And the more rooms in the office space that are open, the more money that the computer makes. Eventually, you open up enough rooms, you can also start buying different things to place into those rooms. For some of them, it's like, oh, here's a water cooler. It takes up basically 2 squares. Have fun. And it might give you the ability to, anything that this affects will speed up its rate of movement or something. So if you put it next to something, it'll start charging its whatever that other place's ability faster, so it runs more often to make you more money. When it says when it affects something, it means that there's a certain distance. Anything within that distance can be affected by it. It also means, for some of them, that anything connected directly to it is affected, because there are little lines that come off of it that are different symbols, and those can be connected to others of that same symbol. And when they do, it gives them a bit of a benefit, and the more of these that you can rack up, the better off everything is. Yay! Yay for synergy, people, or some other, bullshit word that companies use. And
Go
you're
team.
basically, you're basically buying little packs that give you different items that you can occasionally buy through a different resource. Oh man, this is complicated. Okay, so you have money that you're making constantly. You also level up, which gives you your little level up points. Those points you can use to unlock things in the leveling tree. They can cost anywhere from 1 to, I think the highest one I saw was like 79 upgrade points for a single item. As well as you can also use that to buy a random item from the packs that you've bought in the upgrade tree. And these different packs are generally, they're randomized. What you find in the upgrade tree, they just give you a random pack. And lots of them are for basic stuff. Some of them are stuff specifically for May, and some of them are stuff specifically for Anne. And when you instead use points, you grab a random one of these items from whatever you have. So if you've picked like 3 different packs and you haven't really grabbed anything from any of the packs, it could be from any of those 3 packs. It's not from whatever the most recent one is or anything. It's just whatever random one from anything you have. So I've personally, originally, when I was playing this, because I was playing it before it had its 1.0 release, I always was like, okay, let's just empty out an entire pack and then buy another pack and empty it out and just keep doing that, because then you have a better idea of what you're getting. However, when they brought it to a 1.0, they did a major update, and now originally everything when you first clicked it was just items from the packs until you had gone through all of them. Then it was however many items were left, and then bags of cash, which are like 10 minutes of playtime, basically, just giving you however much you would have made in 10 minutes instantly. Now they've made it to where any of the cards can show up, but also money can show up whenever, and other things, like you have a luck stat, which is for May stuff, because she's addicted to gambling in a bad way. And so that'll make it to where you're more likely to not fuck up constantly.
Is there a good way to be addicted to gambling?
I don't think so. But lots of people try, if that, helps. And then Anne, on the other hand, she's insane. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's insane. She believes in, like, casting spells, and she's like, she wants to summon devils to help with everything and things like that. So all of her stuff is like, it's all the occult. So you might find like a cursed doll or a voodoo doll or like a satanic book or something for her stuff. And both of them have completely different ways of upgrading things. They have, if you're choosing stuff from either of them, they also have completely different buffs that you can get for different things. They end up being much the same, but it gives different flavors, more or less. And while you're playing, you also, if you choose to, because you can choose to ignore the story, there is a story where you can actually get close to one or both of the girls, and you can also get extra stuff from being close with them that they will basically give you, which they're not. I didn't find them super useful, the items that they gave me, specifically any more useful than anything else that I find in the packs. But still, it's something a little extra. It's nice. And yeah, there is basically New Game Plus after you reach like level 100 or something. And then it basically just starts you off at 0 again. And really, that's the benefit. Start you off at 0. And some point after you've leveled up enough, you unlock a little tree, and one of the abilities in it is, if you select this ability, all the upgrade points you've had in all your prior runs gets added to how many you have right now. So yeah, that just allows you to infinitely
now you
just
know why
get
the
more
starting
and more.
over happens.
Exactly. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun, other than the fact that every time they did a major update, it deleted my save, and I had to start fresh again.
Hey,
Kinda
the joys of
sucked,
pre-release.
Yeah, and they also warned us when it went to the full release, they would delete everyone's saves because they just wanted everyone to start fresh at that point.
Yeah.
But a lot of my deletes were that it wasn't supposed to happen, and so they fixed that, which was nice. So hopefully in the future, any updates they do from this point forward hopefully won't mess up your save now. Because it only happened to me like 3 times.
This one is clocking in at $15. What do you think of it?
I'm totally for it. It's real cute. I like the little visual novel aspect, and if that's not something you're into, you can also click it to where it doesn't have any of the story at all, and it's just the game. So, yeah, it's a nice little fun thing, and it's real easy to start raking in the money, something fierce. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Cool. Give me a box quote.
No. This doesn't have a box. I'm not giving you a box quote for a game that doesn't have a box. I gave you box quotes for the other games, by the way.
Didn't?
Yes, I did.
Barely.
Oh, I forgot to send it. That's why I forgot to send it to you. I actually had that sitting in there for a while now.
I'm doing a show. You expect me to pay attention to your messages?
Yes, I do.
The point is saying them, not writing them down.
Nah. Well, I want to make sure. I want to know which
sending
one you like.
them to me does nothing. It accomplishes nothing.
You can point out which one you like.
No, because I'm not going to read them.
Well. Oh, well.
Bri, show her how it's done. Give me a box quote for 7th guest.
All the charm of the original with modern sensibilities.
There you go. See how easy it is?
No.
Next up, Mahjongus, Mystery of Fortescue, developed by Jetdogs Studio, published by Ocean Media. Released June 3rd, Xbox One and Series for $6.99. Prepare to embark on a fascinating journey like no other in Mahjongus, Mystery of Fortescue. Join Victor Graves, a renowned expert in runic sorcery and a graduate of the prestigious Academy of Magic, as you accompany on a quest to unravel the secrets hidden within the Academy's ancient halls. Bri, Ocean Media was nice enough to hook us up with an extra copy of this, so if people are hanging out in our chat, you could type !enter and get involved in a shot at winning a copy of this later on tonight. That's right, you could hear a review and then win it in the same night, thanks to Ocean Media. So Bri, tell us, what is Mahjongus, Mystery of Fortescue?
Well, first thing I would say is Jetdogs and Ocean Media made some other games I happen to like, and we've reviewed on the show before, namely the Harmony Chronicles Hidden Object Puzzle Trilogy. This is a little different, though. It's focused on Mahjong tile matching games. There are hidden object scenes in there, but it's mostly Mahjong tile matching, and there is a fantasy story. Basically, you have a bunch of tiles arranged in decorative pile, and you must match the images to remove them strategically from that pile. In this case, there are fantasy-themed things like helmets and mandrake, potion bottles, crows, goblets, swords, I don't know, stuff like that. There's also question mark tiles that hide what's underneath until you click on them, so you can't strategize as much around them, which is a neat layer to it. All in all, it's a good amount of tile types that they rotated through to keep it visually interesting. When you win a match, you get fireworks, which I was very much not expecting the first time it happened. Kind of scared me a little. I get jump scared by the dumbest things. Stick me in a horror game with jump scares, and I'm like, whatever. But no, fireworks in a Mahjong tile game totally gets me.
Very good.
Yeah, and if you succeed the level without hints or shuffles, you get 3 stars.
And fireworks?
Yeah, and fireworks. Yeah. And you get achievements for that too. So there you go. This comes with an easy mode and a hard mode. Easy has highlighted runes, a hint meter that fills quickly, and a static hidden object puzzle list when you're in the hidden object puzzles. Hard makes the tiles all the same color. The hint meter is slower to fill, and the list changes dynamically in the hidden object scenes. And on easy, I rarely saw the need to shuffle or anything. There's no achievements that require you to play it on hard or anything, so I just went with easy.
Very good.
There's also a map of Magic Valley. That's the store where the story is taking place. That shows your progress in the story, and the rest of the story is told by characters in between puzzle scenes. Like in the first chapter, there's something going on in the Magic Academy, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. And that's probably the best way to describe the progression. Actually, is chapters. There's like 10 puzzles in each of 15 segments on the map. So there's a good amount of puzzles. And there's like a hidden object scene at the end of each segment. This is partially voice acted, or rather, it's all voice acted, but for some reason the beginning of the game had no audio for me. Yeah, it was fine after that. The music was good fantasy fare. A loop of several different songs will just play in the background. Like when one's done, a new one will play instead of looping the same song for each puzzle. So it's music similar to what you heard in Harmony Chronicles if you played that. The art style is pretty awesome. Look like soft painted characters, beautiful fantasy landscapes and architecture. The art and visual style really reminded me of Harmony Chronicles, and that's a good thing. And again, it's the same devs, so. But yeah, I'd say this is a fairly casual game. There aren't any time pressures or penalties if you need to shuffle or use a hint. Achievement list rewards you for getting a puzzle done with 3 stars, 1 for getting it under 5 minutes, and it doesn't really demand much else of you other than continuing to play through the story and enjoy your time. Not something I'm gonna sit and play straight through hardcore, but if you like tile matching, it's pretty cool.
All right, $6.99. Give us your thoughts.
I had a pretty good time with this. It's a good game if you like Mahjong puzzles with a hint of hidden objects. I got bored with it more than just as casual play. So really, it's kind of stuck in that, like, I'm going to play for a half hour and do a couple, and then I'm going to move on. Story was decent. Price is great. I'm going to give this a buy it ultimately, but only if you like Mahjong matching. If you don't, clearly this is not the game for you.
Yeah.
I love that its name is Mahjongus.
I know. Because all I think of is Chungus every time I see that. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Give me a box quote.
Mahjong tile with a charming story.
Aki had some good ones for Monster Hunter. I'm not sure why she wouldn't read them.
Okay.
Oh, none of those are appropriate. You fuck right off.
I'm a fan of 2 and 4.
Let's see here. Which ones are that?
Come on, Aki. Give me a box quote for Monster Hunter Stories 3.
I will definitely go with 2 because I love that one. It's a super cute way to show that men really are really just as stupid as you think.
I like the other one. This game is the only one that lets me throw babies into the wilds and get applauded for it. I like that. All right. As I said, thanks to Ocean Media, we have a copy of Mahjongus to give away. Should we give that away?
Ooh, I love it.
What do you think? Should we give it away right now?
Yeah.
Do it, bitch.
Let's do this. Giveaway. Draw. Our first winner tonight goes to BX Latino Heat who subbed earlier tonight. That's karma. It paid off. Subbed this episode, won this episode. So, Latino Heat, you'll be getting a copy of Mahjongus Mystery of Fortescue momentarily. But for now, next up is Swan Song, developed and published by Business Goose Studios. Released June 4th on Steam for $7.99. Swan Song is a cozy puzzle game that invites you to slow down, listen, and reflect. Set inside a magical music box, each puzzle asks players to place notes on a scale. When you turn the key, the composition plays, activating platforms and opening paths that guide a small swan to safety. Aki, what is Swan Song?
Okay. In this, you play as a young girl who got a present from her dad, who is a deadbeat sack of shit, basically. Yeah. And in this little box, you have a whole bunch of items to tell you about your past and to hopefully repair your relationship with your father, as well as a whole bunch of puzzles. The puzzles are based on trying to get a swan piece of thing from one part of the map to the other, basically, and you're doing that by playing music with the music box that it's part of. For this, you are taking little note pieces and placing it around this board that has 4 different musical notes. Each one's a different color. They correspond to platforms that the swan can jump onto and off of if you're not careful. And every time that note is hit, wherever you place it, that platform will move in one direction or the other. And you have to figure out how basically to get the platforms placed where the swan will be able to get onto it and moved to where when the swan makes its next jump, it's going to jump not into the box and fail, but so onto another platform.
This is like a mix of programming and puzzle.
Yes, very much so. It is a lot of programming, and I am bad at that. No, I'm terrible at that. It took me a while to do this, but I did get through the whole game, so, there's that. Just took me probably 3 times longer than it should have. And, later on, it gets a lot harder than, you just need to get this one onto this platform. Later on, you get hunter toys that are on it that their platform might twist or turn or move, but they'll also fire things. And if it hits the swan, it knocks the swan off of wherever it is, and you can lose if it doesn't land on something else behind it, and it never does because that would be too easy. So you have to figure out how to get the swan around on the pieces while also getting it to avoid getting knocked off of it by one of the hunters shooting it, which is very complicated. Some of the levels took me a very long time because of that, because geez, some of these levels are hard as hell. Yeah. And one of the things that makes it so hard is you have the 4 different colored notes, and then there's like 5 or 6 places on each one that you can place a note. Once it gets to the end, it just cycles back to the beginning until you've either lost or won the level. And when you're doing this with the hunters, it can make things so complicated, just trying to figure out how to avoid getting shot by them. It is so hard. It's the entire situation. I really like the story of the game, which I haven't really touched on so far, because every handful of levels, you basically get a little bit of the backstory of this child, her father, and her mother. And you just see the turmoil that they all get into because some bad things happen, and it causes the family.
The game has a content warning on Steam, so make sure to read that before.
Definitely read that. Definitely read that. It is very important. And And yeah, it was interesting to see the past of these characters. I really liked that. There isn't any mechanics to the story. You just find like notes or recordings and stuff. No choices or anything. It just gives you a little bit of backstory and you piece it all together by long before you reach the end. But still, yeah. And it's very emotional, and I really appreciated that.
Right. Well, it clocks in at $7.99. Is the tugging at your heartstrings worth the $8?
Oh, most certainly, yes. 100%. Go get this, folks.
And if you buy it in the next week, you could grab it for $6.39, 20% off until the 18th. So there you go.
Hell yeah. Even cheaper.
The RUB. Awesome. And with that, we are done. That is it for now, perhaps. We might have a segment with Jacob after this. I legit don't know. We haven't heard from him all night. Hopefully things are okay with him, and it's just a power outage on his end. So either after a break, after this, you'll either hear music or Jacob will be here. So win or lose, you're going to have to flip a coin to see if it's good or not. Big thanks to Nathan for coming on, hanging out with us, chatting with us. If this is the end of the show, might as well get the goodbyes out of the way. Yeah, that's it. Does anyone have any final words to wrap this up?
It is a free action to roll your eyes. D&D joke. Sorry.
Aki, give me a box quote for Swan Song.
God damn it, Joe. Breaking my heart almost as often as I broke the puzzle.
All right, welcome back. We got one last segment of the show. Aki's still here, and Jacob's here. Jacob, how's things?
Well, now that, power's back and internet's obviously back as well, and thankfully with the magic of editing, it's like I never left.
Oh, yeah.
Or I've been here the whole time.
And all the extra hairs you're making me lose with how late it is right now.
What extra hairs?
I got like 4 or 5 left up top. You shut up.
Oh, I just thought you were so stressed out your pubes were falling out now.
Oh. You're weird. Why are you so weird?
Because I'm on this show.
There. Oh, well, since we're doing this, might as well give you a full-on segment if you want it. Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I took my wife and kids to go see Masters of the Universe.
How was that?
That was really awesome. We saw it in IMAX. And it's a lot of fun. Like, you could tell that the writers and pretty much everyone involved had like a deep love of the toy line and cartoon and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like there's all these like deep cuts and nods to all sorts of stuff that, like, if you're familiar with the fandom, like, you'll get it. If you're not, it's okay. Like, it's not like there's nothing in the movie that like requires previous knowledge of it. And it just sets everything up really well. I'm hoping that there's going to be a sequel. Box office isn't doing too hot. But
do you need previous knowledge of how shitty of an actor Jared Leto is?
No.
Good.
No. In fact, you can't even tell it's him.
Really? Even better.
Like, you legit can't tell. Like, they've definitely thrown his voice through some sort of thing. And from what I understand, it wasn't even him walking around on set. He just did the voice.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
And
I had heard he was good in it too, and I was like, I hate Leto. And they were like, yeah, no, you don't even know it's him. I'm like, oh, okay, it might be decent then, because I hate Leto.
Like, that's the thing. Like, and the performance is so good. Like, he actually Skeletor naturally steals the show. Like, and he just ends up being a really fun character, and they get like a good balance of like the goofy, why do I hire such stupid boobs? Like, kind of thing from, like, the cartoon with, like, oh shit, like, this guy is, like, a guy with a skull for a fucking face. He is scary. Like, it's a good balance between it. Like, I was a little nervous that my youngest would get scared during certain parts, but, like, he was eating this shit up with a spoon. Like, my kids were the perfect age for this movie. And yeah, so I highly recommend going to see it.
I'm just going to say, like, in my brain, your kids are still like 2 and 4 to me. So, like, break my soul. How old are they now?
8 and 11.
Jesus God Almighty.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I didn't even know them until they were older than what you thought they were, and I still thought they were that old.
Like, I still consider my niece, like, 12. She's a senior. She's still a kid to me. No one, like, my cats are still like kittens. I want to grow up. I want to grow up. Life sucks, man. I don't want to grow up. Oh, man. Poor Jared Leto. All those years of method acting and makeup to not even be used on set.
Which is what suddenly made it halfway decent, apparently.
Well, I mean...
Worked so hard to look the part.
I assume he was probably doing Morbius and Tron Ares at the same time, so that's probably why he's just Skeleto. But yeah,
Jared, like, Skeleto.
So my kids and I are all psyched now for, like, this Halloween because, like, if you go into Spirit Halloween, like, the prop, like, like the weapons that like go with the costumes and stuff like that, like, there's two price points. There's, like, the cheap shitty one that's going to get broken immediately after Halloween is done, and then there's the stuff that, like, you could conceivably take this to, like, cons for cosplay and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh man, guys, I can't wait.
We wish we had when we were 8.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, guys, like, I'm getting that Havoc staff as soon as, like, that thing drops over at Spirit Halloween. Like, hell yeah, and also the Sword of Power. Like,
well, make sure you get before Spirit Halloween just vanishes for the season.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But yeah, and just, like, the movie also sets itself up for a sequel, surprisingly.
Shock.
I won't give any spoilers, but we get to see 2 characters in them, and one of them I was actually surprised by. But yeah.
Message me on Facebook. I want to know who they are.
No, message it in planning and stuff, because I want to know too.
Okay, message it in planning.
Or maybe I'll just, like, okay. Well, yeah, but if I message it there...
we can't spoil it.
No, because, like, I have a hard rule about that. Like, yeah, like, you have the
others, like, in
like,
planning would end up seeing that, so that wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Oh, jeez, my throat. But yeah, so I'll message you 2 later with what it is. But yeah, like, I have a hard rule about that kind of stuff. Like, you got 1 month after it hits streaming or Blu-ray, whichever comes later. And then
whichever comes later, or whichever comes first.
Whichever one comes later, because not everyone's going to have access to, like, not everyone's going to have Netflix. Well, yeah, my Vudu account, Netflix, Hulu, all that kind of stuff.
See, I have a more simplistic one. 1 year. If you haven't watched it at that point, you're just fucking not going to, clearly. Because at that point, you can yo-ho the motherfucker. I
swear to God, I'm going to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. I swear to God.
Oh, really? You haven't watched it yet?
I didn't realize you hadn't seen that. I am insulted by that.
I bought it twice, and I still haven't watched it.
How the fuck have you bought it twice and still not seen it?
I bought it digital for Jacob's
the best
account,
part.
and then I bought it on disc.
Christ.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, Jacob, how much does it cost? We're gonna, like, go watch it, and, like, I need to get it right now." And I'm like, "Bro, it is like $30, and, like, it is not worth the money." And next thing I know, there's $30.
Bullshit! It's worth every penny.
No, I know that, but the thing is like the DVD was going to come out in, like, 3 weeks or something like that. And I'm just like,
I didn't want to wait.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Hurry up and wait, man. That's my life.
Oh, man. Ain't that the fucking truth? How many video games have you bought that you still haven't played?
Shut up. Why are you attacking everybody here? Like, that's not nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How many do you have, Aki?
That I've bought and not played? Around 40-ish total.
Bullshit.
No, I don't buy video games very often.
Okay, how many Gunpla have you not put together?
Gunpla around 50 right now, I think my backlog is currently. By the end of the year, it'll be down to maybe 20. Hopefully.
Well, you know the pain of backlogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But there's a difference between, like, 50 and what I assume your number is closer to a couple thousand.
What about you, Jacob?
What about me?
What's your backlog for video games look like?
How bad is it?
Oh God. I mean, my entire Steam account, essentially, because I haven't had like a PC that is able to handle modern gaming since like 2000.
We're not going to count that because that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
As for Xbox,
that would be my entire Epic library.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, Epic as well. And GOG. Actually, no, GOG I could probably run quite a bit on. But I don't know. My backlog for Xbox, it's got to be like 2,000 games. It's got to be. Like,
I might maybe have close to that just in general owned on Xbox.
Yeah, because it's just like because of having been on this show, like I've gotten so many games for review that like I never finish or like even touch. Like, you know, because Joe's like, oh, here's an extra game code. You're like, here, like we're gonna chat about it on Thursday, and then it's just like, oh well, you know, we chat about it on Tuesday, so go fuck yourself. Enjoy your free game. Okay, well,
pretty much. That happens a lot. That happens to a lot of people. It's just like, here, we're gonna fucking take it. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, like so many of these games, it's just like I'll get like through like the first like fourth or like half of it, and then like, all right, well, got to get on to the next game. So there are so many like unfinished games that will just. And it sucks because like 10 years ago, I was like, you know what, when I retire from working, I'm going to go like, you know, I'm just going to sit there and finally play all the games, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm just like, oh,
tackle
cool.
my backlog.
Yeah. And I'm just like, cool. I'm going to be dead before I retire because the American economy is just absolute ass. So yeah, so my kids will inherit my backlog. Which, I mean, I know that they're kind of thrilled about, but, you know, they prefer I wasn't dead to inherit said backlog. But at the same time, they are also like, God damn it, Dad, why is it filled with... I know, but my kids will be like, why is it filled with Thomas and Friends, Wonder of Sodor, and like, you know, Candy Crush Saga and Speed Dates Winter Edition, you know?
I'm so glad I don't have kids because I wouldn't want them seeing my fucking games ever.
Yeah, we know. We've heard your reviews, Aki. We know what you cover.
Oh yeah. That ain't even.
You're the reason we're not covering that stuff for a few months.
Yeah, that's very irritating.
Wait, what?
We got a warning on YouTube for sexual content.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't from all your butthole
it was one of the links.
either.
Yeah, it was one of the links that were provided for coverage that we have to include. And it was flagged, and the episode I think got 3 views after it was reinstated, which is great numbers for us. Beautiful.
You should dig up what episode it is, and then we'll start watching it again.
No, it doesn't matter. There's too many that have no views.
Part of YouTube Live.
Oh my God, I've got so many friggin' yeah, my kids are going to look through this and like, why are there so many damn AFIL Games titles in here? God damn it.
Because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
I miss some of those titles, but like at the same time, like I'm glad we broke the cycle because it's just like it wasn't like we. Well, I mean, like I like stuff like the ones where like you had to like put the like the different puzzle shapes in the box, like Fit and Fry and like the toy box or whatever it was. Like I like those, but it was just like
after the 15th one though, they're like
Not only did they seem like they were repeating themselves, they were in fact repeating themselves.
Yeah. That is the worrying part. But I motorcycle guy driving by my house at 10 at night.
I heard that one.
Now what?
Oh, I don't know.
I was asking Aki.
Oh. Is that what it sounds like when somebody motorboats you?
Not anymore, dude. Man. My weight journey, man. Like, it's crazy to look at the pictures of what my weight was and what I'm at now.
So, I mean, you're saying that your man tits are now like really sagging because like there's nothing in them now?
They're so droopy. They're so floppy.
Can you tie them in a knot?
No. Nor a bow.
But they do wobble to and fro.
I mean, you do look skinnier on camera from what I'm seeing.
And it's hard to see because, you know, you only see from my shoulders up and I have a big friggin' beard that masks a lot. But,
and so, like, I mean, you continue to refuse to do shirtless podcasts like I keep telling you to.
That's not happening. Too much hair.
Why not?
Because people throw up.
No, all right, you can't use the excuse of, oh, there's too much hair. Robin Williams was beloved. Like, have you seen how much hair that man had?
People will throw up.
That was a disgusting amount of hair.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they all throw up every time Jacob mentions his butthole, but he still does that, so I wouldn't be too worried.
And we're flagged again. Yay!
Yep. I will never not get us flagged. That is just part of who I am. Get over it.
Jacob, do you have any news before we get into these reviews?
Oh, gosh. I didn't even think about news.
Don't worry about it. I just didn't know if you had anything.
No. Hold on. Uh-oh.
He'll come up with some.
Oh, my. Oh, that's who shared the post. Aw. Love it.
What? You could, we need context to what you're just talking to yourself about.
I was curious as to, like, who shared the Pride Month post that I made. On the Facebook page, I wrote, if you've got issues with June being Pride Month, you could use Men's Mental Health Awareness Month to figure out why you're a stupid incel that no one likes.
Yeah, I appreciated that a lot. I like that one.
Well, Royal did. And somebody else, I can't tell who.
Nice.
Like, it won't give me the insights on that, but I was like, oh.
That was a good one.
But let's see if I have any news. Do I have any news? News. Hold on. Soundboard.
It's Movie Watch. There.
Jason Momoa has exited Helldivers, which is still being directed by Justin Lin.
Huh.
My guess is that it probably interferes with the filming for Minecraft 2. Or Minecraft Squared, as it's now being called.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they're getting a sequel. You didn't think that thing was going to get a
the name?
Oh, yeah, it's called Minecraft Squared. I still refuse to post anything about it on the Facebook page because, of that copyright strike.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, I know. You're like, yes, Jacob, yes, we know about your fucking copyright strike.
You know about your rabble rousing.
But, also, the Among Us show has hit Paramount Plus. My kids really liked it. They've already
I heard it was pretty solid, and the cast is great.
Yeah, my kids binged it, and yeah, like they're like, oh, cool, the show's out. Can we watch it? And I'm like, oh, it's rated TV PG, I guess so. And like, I came off my day from work, and they were like, we watched it all. It was great. I'm like, okay.
They get away with a lot in TV PG now.
I guess
technically, you could say shit on TV PG.
Huh?
Yeah, not often. But you could slip one in here and there.
I mean, my kids know about the PG-13 rule with fuck.
Oh, the fuck
and
rule.
So yeah, and so now because they know about it, anytime we watch an action movie,
they're waiting for the one.
They are because
hell yeah, just like us when we were kids.
Yeah, so they wait for it now because we watch the A-Team. And they get away with it because they keep mother, and then there's an explosion, and they're counting the times that there should have been an F word in there. And we also watched The Losers, and they were like, oh, they said it. There's their one.
What was the one in The Losers?
I don't even remember, because they were disappointed by it too, because they were just like, oh, they threw it away on that. It was something oh, that guy got fucked, or the mission is fucked, or something like that. It wasn't even go fuck yourself, during a gunfight or something like that.
Winona Ryder in Stranger Things got a really good one in the last episode.
I haven't watched past the first season. Actually, I don't even think I finished the first season.
I mean, it's kind of obvious how everything ends. She just says you fucked with the wrong family.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
It was really good. It was great delivery. It's like when The Walking Dead should have said it, but they didn't, and they bitched out, but put it on the Blu-ray. They fucked with the wrong crew.
That reminds me,
Rick.
Seeing as we've been discussing very clean things right now, also I do have some other news. Outright Games has announced another title for later this year. We're getting a Sesame Street game, which I was just like,
this looks cute. It does. So cute.
I'm really hoping that there's some deep dives with the characters in the game. You get to see Guy Smiley or Sherlock Hemlock or the typewriter guy. Oh my god, I would die if the typewriter guy showed. Do you know they made an action figure of him now?
No, I didn't.
Super 7's been making a Sesame Street line, and each wave has a couple of the main characters, but then they really go deep. Roosevelt Franklin's been on one. Typewriter guys in the current wave with it, and they've also got Bert and Ernie in their PJs. And there's also a collection for Big Bird, because what they did is that it's you can get Big Bird in a couple of different outfits, but there's also chase variations, their blind box. The Big Bird thing is blind box figures.
Blind boxes, no.
Hold on, I know, but it's cool because what it is that it's the different international versions of Big Bird.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. But
just blind boxes always just scare me because why do they exist? Who is okay with paying $5 for something you might have 17 of already?
Same people who buy all the collectible cards.
See, here's my thing with it. I don't mind blind boxes for something that I won't. I don't mind having extras of though. If it was Star Wars and here's a stormtrooper set, but you also have the possibility of getting a sand trooper or a snow trooper or a space trooper or a stormtrooper in festive holiday colors or something like that. That's a super chase. I'd be cool with that because then it's okay, cool. I'm just buying more stormtroopers. Whatever. The little Lego guys too. I've seen people do really cool things with that.
Okay, what
like,
about
there's
like
one-
Pac-Man or Sonic figurines? Like, you don't need a dozen pinkies.
Or maybe you do.
And
Or maybe you could just
brain,
repaint them and
brain,
customize
brain.
them. Like,
I don't know. I don't see
because I
the.
mean,
I don't
Mike,
see the joy
like-
in blind boxes. I want to know what I'm
Uh,
getting.
which is why you just buy it off of eBay then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but like my kids, I think my oldest is about to start getting into like customizing that kind of stuff because he's really taken an interest in stop motion animation, and he's actually I've given him. I mean, he's done it with some of his Legos, but I've given him some of my Star Wars Black Series figures, which are like the 6-inchers with like way more articulation.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning, like he was fucking around with the Boba Fett, and like he actually like he's making him like pull out his gun, like fly up in the air and stuff like that, and then also
that's awesome.
land. Yeah, and the thing is that he's doing this all by taking a shit ton of photos on his iPad.
Damn.
Yeah, like he's doing this shit old school, like stop motion. Like he doesn't even have a thing to compile it with right yet. So it's just like he's got all these photos and he just has to like drag it across to like, you know, to show, hey mom, dad, look at this latest thing I'm doing. And it's like it's so friggin' cool. Like
Nice.
yeah. I hope this is something like he's like serious about getting into and stuff like that, because like I'm like full steam ahead on this. Like I will like if he's serious, I will buy him like the necessary crap to like make this happen.
Support that passion.
Yep.
Speaking of getting into things, though, we should probably get into these reviews because this episode has been long enough, and we still have 5 games to talk about.
Fair, I guess.
Ready,
No.
Jacob?
Sorry, I've tried to blow my nose as quick as I can, so I stop having these coughing fits.
He's blowing his nose. Blowing his nose. I could probably just get through the first description.
All right.
He'll be yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I think you could.
Okay. First game, Gobliiins Collection, developed and published by Red Art Games. It released May 27th, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, PS5, $24.99. A wave of nostalgia is in the air. One of the most memorable and delightfully zany point-and-click adventures of its time is back. Discover or rediscover the origins of this legendary saga from the creative genius of Pierre Guillodes. I'm so sorry. In this exceptional collection, from its pixelated beginnings in the 90s to today, this compilation brings together the first 5 iconic titles that captivated a whole generation. Jacob, what is going on in Gobliiins Collection?
So the Gobliiins collection is made up of the 5 games from the series, which are a point-and-click adventure title, which feature... Can you guess?
Hobos.
Ogres.
I mean, well, they're kind of dressed like hobos, but no, not
right.
orcs. Too tall.
Hobos.
Oh my god, no! I already said no to hobo. All right, goblins.
Hobo? Oh, goblins.
God. Anyway, so your king went mad, and it's
like a goblin king.
Yes, like a goblin. Yes,
Dude, like David Bowie.
Do you need to make any labyrinth jokes right now, or
I'm good.
are we good?
Let's get the ball rolling.
Good. Okay.
Stop dicking around.
So anyway, in these games, they're point and click adventure titles, and each one's a little bit different from the next. I mean, they all still stay true to the point and click style, but what changes is obviously characters, but also how you can control the characters and who you can control, and all that kind of stuff. So each title, apparently, how many eyes in the title is how many characters you get to control within the game. So if there's 3, you're going to have like 3 guys in that one. If it's 2, so on and so forth. You get the idea. But you're navigating these things, and the first game is it's definitely like a more simple game, and that one you are stuck on a static screen. But what also sucks is that, and I'm not used to this in point and click adventures, you have a health bar, and if you fuck up too many times, game over. Like, you're done. And so I actually died on the first screen. First time I tried going through it. Yeah. And this is definitely along the lines of one of those series where you definitely have to try every single thing just to see what happens and like if this is like going to be the necessary thing. But you also have to take into consideration what each of the goblins, what their respective strengths are to make stuff happen. Like, you got one guy who's like can lift anything. You got another guy who has the ability to get like open up doors and stuff like that. And so, I mean, I'm giving bad examples of it, but like, you get the picture. And so with the first game, you have to move through all these different screens. Hopefully you won't die, and then cure the King's Madness. And then as you go through the whole series, you know, you're either controlling more or you're either controlling 2 or 3 goblins at a time. Goblins 3 is actually called Goblin's Quest because at that point Sierra had picked up the rights to it, and they wanted to make it more in line with the Police Quest and Space Quest and all those kind of series, which I thought was kind of interesting because then they drop it from everything else. I don't know if that confused players or what, but as you're going through it, like, the game has all these like hilarious reactions to stuff and side stories, provided that you're willing to like sit there and examine everything, talk to everyone. And so while the games can definitely be frustrating because it'll seem like you've done everything, and unfortunately for this, the game doesn't have like any kind of like hint system like Myst does, or some of the other point and click adventure titles that I've played on Xbox. There's nothing like that for this. So unfortunately, like, if you're stuck and you like really can't get out of the situation, you are going to have to consult YouTube on this. Which I was a little surprised by, but at the same time, the game still does provide like other cool bonuses, the collection provides other cool bonuses, and so you get to see like a lot of the early dev with it. Like, you get to see interviews, all that kind of stuff. And my favorite, honestly, was the latest title in the series, Gobliiins 5. It was just like the dialogue felt a lot snappier and more sarcastic, and it was definitely easier to pick up and understand than some of the earlier titles, because they were also made for PC. This one just feels like it was a straight, it wasn't necessarily made for consoles, but it definitely felt like it was made for more modern machines anyway. And so things were a tad bit more clear as to where I was supposed to go. And stuff like that. But yeah, like, I'm glad that this series came out. Or this collection came out, because I had never heard of Gobliiins before. I'm assuming it's more of a European thing than stateside.
Very much feels that way, yes.
Yeah. And so this brings the whole series out to a whole new audience, and like, I'm always big about that kind of stuff. So, I wish that there was some sort of a hint guide with it, because these games definitely could use it. But otherwise, like, this thing's a lot of fun. Like, I think you should definitely like take a chance and examine it. And I mean, if you're a fan of like the LucasArts titles from around the same era, give this a shot. Like, it's totally worth it.
All right. Well, it clocks in at $24.99. That's basically $5 a game.
Yeah, that's like $5 a game. That's totally worth it. Like, absolutely. Like, that's yeah, hop on that shit if you like point and click adventures.
All right. Next up is Mori Carta, developed by Nevergreen Games, published by Secret Item Games. It released June 11th as Xbox Play Anywhere, Switch, PS4, PS5. $12.49. Mori Carta is a handless deck building roguelike. Choose left or right on every card to adventure through stories. Simple decisions lead to rich and rewarding gameplay. 4 dramatically different characters, each with their own unique card sets, more than 1,000 playable cards, and over 185 unique enemies. Jacob, tell us about Mori Carta.
So this one, Mori Carta, was actually really surprising for me because anytime I read deck building in a game description, if it's not like Handyman Simulator, I just stay away. Come on, that was a funny joke.
Of course, you like the handies in games. Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Aki's joke was better than mine. Anyway. So, pretty much anytime I read deck building in a game description, I'm like, yeah, fuck no, I'm out. But this one was just like, yeah, you don't even have to think about what's going to be in your hand. You get a certain amount, so here's how the game works. You get a certain amount of cards, and you have to make the decision of how you're going to play them against whatever, like, the story is throwing against you. And each card has 2 different decisions of what can happen with it. And you'll get to decide what you do with it depending on how much energy you have to be able to play it. So, like, let's say that this one card, if on the left side it says it's cost 0 energy to play, but you get to take away 2 HP from the enemy. But on the right side of it, if you've got 6, you can take away 10 from the enemy. And so you really end up having to do a bunch of you end up doing like a lot of strategy with this game. Like, it's just like, okay, do I want to try saving up all this kind of stuff so then I can like unleash these like huge attacks on them, or like do I just need to like keep doing all these small attacks? Like, should I work on defense? All of that kind of stuff. And there were cards that I was just like, oh yeah, like there are some cards that you have to take like an absolute gamble on. Like in multiple ways, because some of them will have these like little spinner circles on them, and if you play it, the spinner circle will then spin as it will, and it'll choose like, it might have like 2 or 3 different options as to what'll happen, and so you're gambling on hopefully like you're going to damage hopefully you're going to be damaging the guy. But then you also get ones where it's just like, all right, well, if you have 6 energy, like you'll do like 15 damage to the guy. But if you don't have enough, then you're going to burn this card and it burns all of your saved up energy.
Oh,
and it's just, yeah.
Oh, love it.
So you can get fucked real bad by some of like your, decisions. And the game doesn't really let you play safe, which there were times when I would get my ass kicked, and I'm just like, oh damn this, blah 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 blah. But of course, when it works for you in your favor, you're like, this rules, yeah, blah, blah. Like, so I really enjoy the fact that like the game, like it wants you to make those hard choices, and it wants you to eat shit with your terrible choices. So. Yeah, like, and it's honestly like it's a really easy game to pick up. Like, as I said, you don't have to like really think about your deck. But at the end of each fight, like you get to add in extra cards to your deck. And so it's just like the way I ended up thinking about it is that it's just like, all right, well, I already know what's in there. Now I'm just adding one more, like, and I have to figure out what that one more is going to be. The only thing I really didn't like about it is that like you would have these moments where you'd have to choose at the end of the thing, like if you won your battle, like you would get to choose one out of 3 rare cards, and it will only show you one card at a time. Like you can't look at all 3, and so you have to make that decision like. That first card, like, what if it's really good, but let's see what's behind door number 2, like, kind of thing. And it's just like, there were a few times where I was just like, all right, fine. Like, let's see let's hope that like card 2 or 3 is going to be much better. And it wasn't. And I'm just like kicking myself because like I lost out on, that one card that really could have helped me. But yeah, like it's an addictive game. Like I like it. This one's staying on my Xbox for a bit.
Very good. Clocks in at 12:49. What do you think of Mori Carta?
Absolutely. Like this one's a lot of fun. And if you're on the fence, like about, as I said, like deck building games and all that kind of stuff, give this one a shot. Like this is like a good one for beginners and people who don't like deck building games. Yeah.
Cool.
Buy it. Try it.
Forgot to do this with the first game, but to Aki's delight, I've been doing this lately, but give me a box quote.
What?
Give me a box quote for the game.
For which one?
Mori Carta.
Buy it, try it, fry it. Have a sensual
box
night with
are?
them. No.
A quote that you put on the back of a box that hypes the game. A box
well, yeah,
quote.
I mean, okay. This game will make you pregnant.
It'll do. Next up, Black Zen White, developed and published by 24M Squared Studio, released June 12th on Steam for $7.99. Black Zen White is a relaxing puzzle platformer where the world flips between two versions, black and white. Think, time your moves, bend time, and interact with strange creatures in this contemplative hand-drawn journey inspired by East Asian ink paintings for 1 to 2 players. Aki, you previewed this a while back, and I believe you had the feeling that it was almost too much game?
Yeah, there was a lot of levels to it.
They took that as a compliment, so tell us, what are your thoughts on the full version of the game, which is even bigger?
There's too many levels. There's now like 100. There's at least 100 levels in this. At least I know because there's an achievement for finishing 100 levels. So I know there
are
at least
100 levels.
100.
Yep, for 10 to 12 hours of playtime.
Sure, yeah, you're only going to spend that little amount of time in this. Yeah, I believe that.
Allegedly.
Very allegedly, considering I got stuck on like number 23 for over an hour and a half. Yeah.
What is the game? Tell us, what is this game?
Okay, so in this, you're playing as this symbol, this Japanese character, and you're pushing 2 items together to create a portal or trying to find your way to a portal. And to do this, you have to jump in time with when night and day in the game shift, because during day, some of the environment might exist, but at night, some of it might not. It gets replaced with a dark variant, and some of it might be the same or at least similar, but not always. Sometimes it's completely different. So sometimes you have to jump between platforms that don't exist in both timelines. So you do that for a handful of levels. You eventually get the ability to speed up the clock because sometimes that shit just moves a little too slow for impatient people like me who then turn around and spend like an hour on a level because they keep missing jumps because they're in too much of a hurry.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Basically when you find the 2 items you need on a handful of levels, you get them pushed together, they create a portal, it sucks you up into the next level. Other times you're just finding the portal because you don't need to push the items together. Hallelujah. And yeah, that's literally the entire game is just that. It sounds really simple. It really does. It's really not. You eventually find blocks.
A lot of games sound simple. It's the execution that makes it difficult.
Yeah, this one makes... this execution is painful. So sometimes there's just straight up barrier blocks that if you're going fast enough and hit high enough, you can topple them over, and then they scatter all over the place, and you might need some of them to be able to jump up higher. Some are like a trampoline... blocks that you can get that bounce you at different heights depending on what trampoline you hit, which is sometimes very painful, as one of the levels I got stuck on before 23 I was stuck on because one of the trampolines bumped you up less than your actual jump height was. But you needed to use it to get where you needed to go. You had to jump from a much higher area to land on it, and then it would bounce you higher. So, yeah. And it took me a while to figure that out, because I kept trying to figure out, why am I not bouncing for shit in this? I jump higher than this. What's going on?
So do you remember how many levels were in the demo that you originally played?
There was, like, 30 or 40, I believe.
There's more than double here.
Yeah. Well, the original demo had like, oh, here's the first like 10 levels, and then here's level like 23, 24, and 27. Here's level 30.
Yeah. They just give you a sprint
or whatever
through the game.
Yeah. Yeah. It was I think the highest
the
level
full thing.
Yeah, I think the highest level in the demo was like in the 70s that I got to, and then I was like, I can't.
How high are you right now?
23. I got stuck on number 23. I didn't know
if they allowed you to skip levels and go around.
You can, but
You're
way too anal. Yeah, I'm too anal about that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna beat this one, and then the next one's gonna be easy for me. And I'm going to just boost right through a whole bunch of these, and my life's going to be better. Because if I think back to the fact that I'm going to have to go back and beat this one later, I'm just going to be upset. Because that's just my personality. It is bad.
Yeah. Let's talk price on this one. It clocks in at $7.99. If you pick it up before the 26th, you could save 10% and get it for $7.19. Is it still too much game, or is this worth picking up for $8?
It's definitely worth picking up. I still think it's way too much game. Because, man, it is so hard. This could have
been 4 games. Split it up.
Realistically, it probably could have been. But yeah, no, if you like this style of game, this is totally 100% worth it. I like this style of game. It's going to take me forever to beat this if I ever beat it, realistically speaking, because I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
So, again, it's hard as shit.
Yeah. I love on the Steam page, it has one of my favorite video game gifs I've ever seen of the little character hopping across slowed down blocks and then hitting one and falling to its death.
Yeah, I've totally not done that a bunch of times. Totally,
I just think it's hilarious that that's one of the gifts that they use to promote the game is them fucking up and dying.
Freud, it's a miracle.
I do love it. I do love it. So yeah, $8 officially.
Totally worth it.
Very
totally
good.
Worth it.
Next up, Arcade Archives 2 CAMELTRY, developed and published by HAMSTER Corporation, released June 3rd on Series X and S, Switch 2, and PS5 for $9.99. CAMELTRY is an action game released by Taito in 1990. Rotate the maze to roll the ball and reach the goal before the timer hits 0. A variety of obstacles stand in your way, including traps that reduce your time and bumpers that bounce the ball away. It's a unique ball action game with a whole new sensation. Jacob, what is CAMELTRY?
So CAMELTRY is actually a short arcade game. There's really only like about 5 levels to it. I mean, there might be more on higher difficulty, but I'm not entirely sure. But this is an arcade game I got to the end of.
Ooh.
I know. I was very impressed with myself. So anyways, you're moving this marble through a maze, and it pretty much you just like this is a 1-button game. You really only use your left joystick, and what that does is rotate the world around the marble. And so you're moving it through the maze, and you're trying not to hit certain obstacles, which will take away time from the timer. Meanwhile, other things going to give you points, so you can set like some sort of high score. And yeah, like there, I mean, obviously the difficulty ramps up with each one. But
if you're trying to place how the gameplay feels, think of the early Sonic bonus games where you're the spinning.
I was gonna say, I noticed some people online had commented like comparing it to that. I'm not that, like, I don't
think the gameplay necessarily is similar, but I think the presentation with how it's the static item in the middle and the world is rotating around it, and you have to in Sonic you're controlling Sonic itself trying to bounce around, and in this you're controlling the world trying to guide the ball to an optimal path,
right. And the game does have like some shortcuts, which it'll try to point out to you. There are dead ends, which will obviously mess things up, but you know, and this game does come with the standard, like the standard modes for a lot of the Arcade Archives titles. Like there's Caravan mode where you just try to keep going. There's the high score mode, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like it's a really simple game. You may want to watch like a YouTube video of it first, just to make sure that you're not going to barf when you play this, because I could see some people, like, you know, with how much the background twists and turns and stuff like that, I could see that happening. I was fine. But yeah, like I'm having a shit ton of fun with this one. Like this is a game I would have dumped all my quarters on. Like, like it's, you know, my kids enjoy watching me play this too, because, you know, like you only have like less than a minute to get through the whole maze, and it's just like, oh my God, Dad, like you gotta turn there. No. And like, you know, watching me just try to get to the end. Yeah, it's like
let's get our stupid little facts in that we like to do with these. It was re-released on the Super Nintendo as On the Ball, and it used the Super NES mouse.
And this game does have mouse capability with it.
The Xbox version does?
Yes.
That is super cool.
I don't know how that's going to work. Like as I said, the left stick works just fine for it.
Yeah. Is included in some Taito compilations, and of course the Arcade Archive series from HAMSTER. Yeah. This was always a fun one when I saw it in the arcade. It wasn't too often. This was a tough one to really stumble upon in my area, at least. But for $10, I think this is worth grabbing on novelty alone. But absolutely. What are your thoughts? $10 on this one.
Like, yeah, as you said, novelty alone, but honestly, like this is one of the most fun I've ever had with an Arcade Archives title. Like this one is staying on the Xbox. Like kids are going to be forbidden from deleting it. This is definitely sticking there with some of the previous titles, like Aquajet 2. You know, God.
Ridge Racer.
I'm blanking on it. The one with the tanks. Well, yeah, I mean, Ridge Racer's there, but yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, this one's sticking around. Ones are good, yeah.
Yeah, this one's fantastic. Like, you guys got to pick this one up.
Very good. One last game tonight is the Soccer Kid Collection, developed and published by QUByte Interactive. It released June 18th as Xbox Play Anywhere, Switch, PS4, PS5, PC, $9.99. Travel the world to recover fragments of the stolen trophy, master the ball's physics to perform tricks, solve puzzles, and defeat enemies. This collection preserves the experience of the two original games while featuring modern features like save states and screen filters, because we all love CRT filters that we turn off immediately. Jacob, what is going on in Soccer Kid Collection?
So Soccer Kid Collection is one of those multitudes of platformers that came out in the early to mid 90s. And this one initially came out on PC, which at first I wasn't able to place like what this was coming at, like if this was like a console game or a computer game, until I saw the opening video for it, and I was like, okay, this was definitely released on PC at the time. But it's set around the time of the World Cup, and these aliens decide to descend down and grab the trophy, and while they're up in space, something happens, and the trophy gets split up into 5 parts, and you, as the soccer kid, you have to go around the world and, gather up all 5 pieces. I'm not going to lie, with this game and the time that it came out at, I was a little hesitant to see how people were going to get portrayed in foreign countries, and I was just like,
very fair. We lived through the 90s.
Yeah, like I'm just like, oh no, this game might accidentally be like racist as hell nowadays. It's not though, so
thank God.
Yeah, like put your worries aside there. But you're going to be moving through all these different areas. And of course, as you're a soccer kid, you're going to be bouncing around a soccer ball the whole time. And you could use that soccer ball for a number of things. You can use it to grab items. You can use it to hit enemies. You can also use it to bounce off of and bounce like way higher. Now, of course, problem with it is that you have to, as they said in the description, you have to master the physics of it. And like any other platformer, like there's going to be holes, there's going to be pits with random spikes, which, of course, if you accidentally kick your soccer ball into the hole with spikes, it makes this like, and like you've lost your soccer ball until you find another one, which sucks because it's not like Mario where you could just like jump on somebody's head and like, like they go away. Like the soccer ball is literally the only way that you can get rid of people. So you better be good at dodging stuff and timing as you go through this game. And I don't know if the game was just subpar back in the day or if it just hasn't aged well, but like this is one of those games where it's just like it is tough as hell, and it like unfairly at some points. And
are you saying you had trouble handling your balls?
You better get your balls ready.
Yeah, I did have issues with control of my balls.
Very good.
My balls just went everywhere.
Very nice.
All over the neighborhood.
Love it.
But yeah, and this game does include alternate versions of the game, which I thought was a nice little add-on to it. But like the game is tough, and I've never heard of it until I got asked if I wanted to do this collection. Were you familiar with this thing at all?
I was familiar with the name, but I never played them. Like I knew, I believe it was on Super Nintendo in addition to PC. But I might be like, I want to say Super Nintendo or Genesis, one of the two at least. I'm old, but
soccer kid,
ancient even
video game.
I am, and I try my best.
They did a release on Game Boy Advance back in the day.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't super familiar with this one, so it's one of those games that it's cool to see from a historical perspective, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, because this is what was big in other countries at the time.
3DO, like Jaguar, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, so conversions from multiple systems were also in development, but never released. Jeez. But yeah.
So what kind of bonuses are in this? What kind of quality of life features do they have?
Pretty much you get the alternate versions of the games. That's
gotcha. And save states.
Yeah, it's like it is a pretty bare bones collection. I mean, it does have the manual, which is updated for it.
That's good.
But really, you're just getting you're getting the games.
No.
So,
well, it's 2 games for $10. What do you think? $5 a game. We didn't have a problem with that for Goblins.
I'd give this one a try it. Like, I really wasn't a fan of it, but other fans of retro platformers might be like, well, Jacob just sucks at these games, so don't listen to him.
You do.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, but, like, I wasn't a fan of it, but, you know, other people might be. So,
right.
I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a try it.
Sounds good. And with that, we are done. That is it for this episode. Thanks to you two for being here until the end. Big thanks to Bri for coming on, doing her thing earlier. And massive, massive thanks to Nathan Fouts for coming on, chatting about ChainStaff with us. Music this episode, we are going to listen to The Ultimate Weapon, the ChainStaff theme song from Deon van Heerden, featuring Craig Cairns. It is rocktastic.
Woo!
What do you think of that?
Well, my nipples aren't hard, so
I guess the only thing left to say is
you better get your balls ready.
We're gonna rock them off.
You're gonna rock my balls off?
Yes, gonna rock your balls clean off.
How are you gonna rock my balls off?
Through the power of rock.
That doesn't seem feasible.
They're gonna detach. I'm
with
warning
mind bullets.
you. Yes. That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Damn right it is.